Hi guys, hi guys. Hi, hi, hi. Sorry, hi. It's been a while since we filmed from here. That's nice, B-Rad. Are we getting results tonight? We're getting results, right? We're getting results. We're getting results. Bring you guys closer. Do you guys like this angle? Should I use this? I used to film like this a little bit more. And, fuck no, Galaxy. Israel started the war, they can fucking pay for it. I'm already paying for it with my taxes. Never. Oh, I have double audio? Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Just a sec. How's that? How's that? Still echoing? TikTok is fine. Galaxy, get out of here. You're just a troll. With OpenClaw? What about OpenClaw? Better? Great. Thank you, guys. Hold on. Let me get the multi-chat up and running. This is what's so great about having this set up now with my laptop. Oh, my God. I was sitting here. I was filming. And I was like, Illinois results. And I was like, but I'm so comfy here. Let me just, because it used to be, well, we did like the election results and stuff, like presidential election. We did it similarly. We did it from the other couch. And I've done lives from here, but I had to like bring the whole desktop over and like plug it in and the monitors. And it was like a whole thing. So I would leave it set up for like a while. But this is so great. This is like, I could just bring my laptop over and it works. I gotta bring my laptop battery though. Stop connecting. Connect. Hi. All right, let's see if like AP is.
Hi, this is Sona with Kelly's Heating and Air. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my furnace is making a rattling sound.
We can send a tech in the morning. Can I get some details from you? With Quo's business phone system, you can train your own AI agent to help customers even when you're fast asleep. Qua, no missed calls, no missed customers. Try for free today. Struggling with GLP-1 side effects? The all-new Weight Watchers GLP-1 Success Program is designed to help you lose more weight and get expert support for side effects. Healthy weight loss, expert support, and lasting results. Get started at weightwatchers.com/GLP1. Digestion steps you up, and there's no time to waste. Afrin No Drip unblocks in seconds for instant relief. Wow. Afrin No Drip. The wow is real.
Thanks for coming in to talk about Zen Juniors.
Of course. Third Brain is where Lemon and Liberty Mutual could save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance.
Why don't you come sit with us?
Oh, listen, only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty. Somewhere out there, someone's paying $30 for a single plane steak and shrimp.
What?
AP.
Really?
But here, it's only $7.99.
In here, we're balling. It's actually
AP.
What is it?
Illinois.
Yeah, it's fire. It's fireballing.
We knew our last Verbo was going to be incredible. We didn't know the hot tub was broken. But thanks to Verbo Care and 24/7 live support, we moved us. Better place, better hot tub.
Got any room for dad?
Pick again, Bruce.
Teenagers are full of surprises. Verbo is not. If you know, get Verbo.
Got sunscreen, swim diapers, SPF sun shirt, 2 fans, baby powder, and 1 floaty.
Here we go. Sorry, I'm just pulling up the. All right. This is the one thing that I don't have set up. This is bad. Is Hi guys. Hi. Main with window. Can I do this? Oh no. Okay. No. Window. Oh, window capture. Okay.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus. Double booked? All good. Honor AI
Here we go. Window.
even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the wrong one.
Honor, the AI meeting agent.
If you could say something to President Trump if he was sitting here you right now, what would it be?
You're a worthless pile of
And you voted for him how many times?
3 times.
Did you hear this woman?
Apparently, I'm an idiot.
Oh my god. You go, girl.
Week of the U.S.-Israel war on Iran. Oil prices are still high, as you can see there. That woman. People are not happy about it, like the Trump supporter you just heard. The price of diesel, which is the fuel, of course, used in trucks, trains, barges to transport goods, has now topped $5 a gallon, and it's the first time it's hit that price since the Russian
Whoops.
invasion of Ukraine in 2022. There are all kinds of reasons for Americans to be worried about the economic fallout from this war, but don't worry. Donald Trump's top economic advisor says consumers are literally the last of their concerns right now.
The fact is that the U.S. economy is fundamentally sound, and that
Sorry.
if it were to be extended, it wouldn't be disruptive at all. It would hurt consumers, and we have to think about, if that
Did you guys see this video?
about that. But that's like really the last of our concerns right now because we're very confident that this thing is going ahead of schedule.
People who just served as Secretary of Transportation in the Biden administration, and he joins me now. Secretary, I was thinking about the fact that you were in the administration when this enormous supply shock happened back when Russia invaded Ukraine, and one of the things that we saw was all sort of cascading effects of that. Now this time, a supply shock initiated basically by actions the administration took.
Mm,
That's sort of
mm, mm, mm. I'm adding sources. Sorry. Screen capture. Taco Bell prices. I don't know.
Vladimir Putin launched a war. The result was that there were supply shocks and oil went up. And then we all did everything that we could in the administration, and all of us as Americans did what we could to deal with that. Here you have a very different situation. The president launched a war of choice, and now we're all dealing with the consequences. And the people who are paying the heaviest price, of course, are the service members, many of whom have given their lives, and over 200 have reportedly been injured. But also, every American is paying the price. Mortgage rates are up,
You guys hear my dog snoring? She's right next to me. I'll show you in a sec.
The timing here and what that means. I mean, there's all this kind of talk about, well, if the president declares victory after a few weeks, then it's all manageable. But again, to go back to your experience watching how this sort of ricocheted throughout the entire
Oh, whoops.
particularly American transportation infrastructure from trucking to planes, what's your sort of guideline for how you think about the duration and its effects?
I mean, having worked the issue of supply chains both during the shock created by the Russia war and the shock created by COVID, I can tell you that they are often a very delicate balance, and there are ripple effects through the American economy that nobody can fully predict. But, I'm not just thinking about this in terms of the experience that I had working on issues like supply chains. I'm also thinking about this from the experience that I had being sent to war on the orders of a president more than a decade after that war had begun and years before that war would finish. When you have this kind of open-ended war, remember, there's no clear definition of what victory even consists of. The president has variously said that we've already won and that we could be doing it for much, much longer. That is something that
I saw JB. It's so wild. The funniest thing is that he was like, I got viciously canceled for being the child of a billionaire and having political connections. And it's like,
there's
That's not what you got canceled for, but I love that now you have political connections, because before it was, I don't know anything about my father's dealings or his political connections or anything. I have nothing to do with that. Huh. Funny. Also, by the way, he says nothing. He's like, I'm a billionaire, or I'm the son of a billionaire. That's how I know that there's a billionaire class that, you know, funds the politicians. It's like, buddy, all you get, like, if people want to know this, like, you know, hard-hitting secret stuff, all they got to do is, you know, call a socialist. Ask a fucking socialist. No shit. Hell, I think even MAGA says that shit. Like, that's not, you're not like revealing any insider knowledge by being like, here's what you need to know. The politicians are bought, and the billionaires are behind it. What's crazy is how much people eat that shit up. They eat it up so much. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's like, you guys. I think it's funny also that he posted this video about Erica Kirk like a few days after I posted my video about Erica Kirk. And I was like, brother, are you stalking me? Are you like a little bit obsessed with me? Viciously canceled. Who? Be-Betters? The honey guy? I said I would show you my dog. I'm trying to get the focus on here. Sorry, Riz. Oi. More results coming in from Illinois. Still not day of votes. I haven't seen any results for her yet, but let's see. It's funny, I was making a video, I was trying to film a video right before this about the dark money stuff. Basically, I was like, sneak peek. I was like, I think we're fucking having the wrong conversation about this dark money, brother. %. She's moved up to second place. 23.24% of the vote. Oh no. 74%. Come on. Come on. Let's go, cat. Dork money, yeah. The nightmare is far from over. Even if we get like a blue tsunami, it's going to take years to undo the fucking damage. And they'll be back. You know what I mean? Like, they'll be back with a vengeance, just like last time. We cannot get complacent. We cannot get complacent.
We, the people of the United States, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice,
It's like black mold that never goes away.
provide for the common defense, promote the general welfare, and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United
You don't like Cory Booker anymore? Yeah. Me neither.
Morning Joe, weekday 6 to 10 on MS Now.
Really happy to have you here. Happy Monday. This is absolutely a story of
Oh, yeah.
do you support Democrats' effort to kind of fight fire with fire? What's your take on the state of the opposition to Trump right now? What do you think the goal is here? What do you think the risk is here to the country? Do we know why this is what they want for the country? I mean, imagine if they'd actually run for office on the basis of these things they're doing ill. So when people write about the history of this moment, what will the story be about us?
This is a failing home, powerful, term, and can't afford to raising
I'm not in Illinois, no. Why? Well, Mary, that's also on us, right? Like, we have to be supporting progressive candidates. Firstly, we need progressive candidates to run. And then we need to, like, support them through the primaries and stuff. Like, part of the reason the Democrats never run anyone better is because we're not forcing them to, because not enough of us are showing up early enough. Hi, Edot. I think we're all doing as well as anyone could, I guess, right?
This is the new Weight Watchers. It works for members like JoJo, who's learning simple, healthy habits. Sharita,
Yeah.
who's making progress with her.
We need someone we're supporting, but, like, part of that is, like, doing the primary work. You know what I mean?
We've helped millions of members find what works for them. Now it's your turn. Watch your life open up. Watch your story shift. Watch what you're capable of. Watch it work. Leaves skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal cancers, including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occur. See the event risk increases at age 50 plus for the heart disease risk. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoke, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right.
I don't know anything about any of these other races. All I know about is this one.
Gut has you feeling bleh.
Come on, cat.
Works naturally with your body in as little as 30 minutes. Mirror fast. Acts faster. Works gently. Before you try drastic measures, try Neurolay Regenerist. Upgraded with triple collagen peptides to strengthen
Trump isn't up for election right now.
radiant skin. Only Olay.
Things have been calming down in Minnesota. Safe Haven, like, basically stopped operating because they weren't needed anymore. I thought things hadn't really calmed down, but apparently they have enough for some of the organizations to, like. But they're still, you know, they're still going. They're not entirely out of there. Biswith, yeah, 5.9 points up, 79% reporting. Yeah.
Donald Trump hosted the Irish Prime Minister in the Oval Office on this St. Patrick's Day.
Time sale won't last. Who gives a fuck?
Confusing session of Trump ranting against
Come on.
came after this kind of bizarre, humiliating 2 days for Trump because over the weekend, remember, he
Oh my God, who cares?
many countries will be sending warships in conjunction with the U.S. to keep the Strait of Hormuz open and safe, basically begging China, France, Japan, South Korea, the UK, and others to bail him out with their ships. Yesterday, the Wall Street Journal reported his efforts had been in vain. The German defense minister asking rhetorically, handfuls of European frigates to accomplish in the Strait of Hormuz that the powerful U.S. Navy that cannot achieve on its own? He added this
Estimated counted votes. They're saying 70%. They're only saying 70%.
insist, quote, we no longer need or desire the NATO countries' assistance. We never did. Repeating in all caps, we do not need the help of anyone. Thank you for your attention to this matter. David Miliband served as Foreign Secretary of the United Kingdom, is now the President and CEO of the International Rescue Committee. He joins me now. It's good to have you here. Thanks, Chris. What did you make of this episode of the President sort of trying to Jedi mind trick the UK and Germany into escorting ships to the Strait of Hormuz?
Ireland is a neutral nation,
not a NATO member, but for Europeans, NATO is a defensive alliance. An attack on one is an attack on all. That's why they rallied after 9/11 and pulled troops to Afghanistan. I think for the moment, what Europeans see is what we've described at the International Rescue Committee. We're a humanitarian organization, not a political one, as a triple emergency that's brewing up. There's an emergency on the ground.
Oh, Larijani is dead? Damn.
Lebanon working there, 1 million people displaced, 1 in every 6 of the population displaced by the second
Damn.
emergency. That chokehold on the Straits of Hormuz isn't just pushing up gas prices in America, it's putting up food prices around the world. 30% of the world's fertilizer goes through the Straits of Hormuz.
The national security chief, or head of national security, dude.
So it's a direct hit on the food prices.
How's Bisson in Israel, though? He's literally like Israeli, isn't he?
Why that collapse, the bigger geopolitics, whether this is a gift that's going to boost President Putin and its impact on Ukraine. So for Europeans, they're thinking, yes, we need
What did I think about Jasmine Crockett? I mean, I was more of a Tallarico girl, which I know a lot of people don't like. I think that election, like, fuckery sucks no matter what. And I think the larger issues, people are going to, like, mistrust the process come the general election. I also think it's I don't know. Some people are, like, basically suggesting that they're not going to, like, bother voting for Tallarico because Crockett didn't win. And I'm like, that's same fucking thing that, like, the leftists did. What do I think about him? Have you seen my videos about him? I was the one who discovered his dad had, like, connections to the Trump administration. He's a fucking scammer. He's a scammer. His new video is very funny, though. He didn't get canceled for being the child of a billionaire and having political connections.
A lot of that happened around refugee crises that
Yeah, I agree, Eliana.
happened in the Syrian civil war and controversies over accepting refugees and asylum seekers from that war, particularly in Germany.
I mean, capping most of the stuff he said is either like known, it's like just like public stuff that has been shared about Erica Kirk. His thing about like insider knowledge about the billionaire class, literally ask any socialist and they'll give you the exact same spiel. And not even just socialists, literally everyone. Like class consciousness on that level is mainstream. He's not saying anything no one already knows. But his whole accusations of like Erica Kirk basically had him killed. He claims he has documentation for all of it. Fucking then he should produce that documentation. I think he's full of shit. He's always been full of shit, dude. He has always been full of shit.
So you're right to see the people movements. This is a hyper-connected world, and the ricochet effects happen very, very quickly. Unfortunately, if the war
Yeah, Nico, I agree. I think that's some bullshit too.
doesn't mean things get better tomorrow because the knock-on effects are very significant. Look, just my own organization. We've got $160,000 worth of medical supplies.
Us, Frank, although she's not winning now.
A global humanitarian hub in Dubai. Our materials are stuck there too. That's a direct hit on the people who are trying to serve in Lebanon and elsewhere.
God, I can't fucking believe Trump.
British press I want to ask you about, where a UK security advisor who was part of those US-Iran talks basically said the deal was within reach, and that's something that
It's close. It's close.
precisely what the Omanis who were sort of
Yeah, King.
running shuttle
Every candidate you've ever. I can't, dude. This is the guy who thought that that SCOTUS was running for election for or something. Last time. The guy doesn't know fucking American. He's Canadian. He doesn't know American politics. He proved that. Firstly, he was super willing to spread misinformation about Kamala Harris, and he admitted it. By the way, he admitted it on video that he spread misinformation about her, and then when he came back, he claims that he was canceled because he said she would lose. That's not why people were upset with him. They were upset with him for fucking lying about it, which he admitted to. But he deleted the video where he admitted to it. It's just like wild. The fact that child is like so willing to like come back with like a new version of. And by the way, also now he says that he was like viciously canceled for being the son of a billionaire and having political connections. It's like that's not why he was canceled. Also, back then he claimed he had no idea. He had nothing to do with any of his dad's political anything and had no idea who any of these people are. So which one is it, buddy? Like, what are you fucking talking about, dude?
All those are being pushed, the resolution is being pushed further away, and that's a grave danger that we see at the moment. We call it the New World Disorder. That's the danger.
That point about focus.
Yeah, Andrew.
Necessarily focus requires a choosing of this or that, a prioritization. That if America or the world or humanitarian groups are focused on one thing, it draws.
I don't know if his dad's a billionaire, but his dad is connected to like election deniers and stuff. So I was the one who like reported. I took down Be Better. It was before I was big on this app, and I took down Be Better. I found that his dad basically made money. His dad's company had the biggest no-bid contract under the Trump administration, and I was like, I think there's a good chance that part of the reason he's spreading like misinformation about Kamala is because I was like, I don't know what his beliefs are, and I'm not even saying that he's like pro-Trump or MAGA or anything like that. I'm just saying that like he's probably fucking surrounded by this sort of perspective, and that's why he thinks this is real. But like, there's no excuse for like spreading stuff that you can fact check and pretending to be an expert while you do it. Like the guy has always just, yeah. And the fact that he claims originally he claimed that he was, it drives me crazy. Like just like, we're not being mean to Tallarico. He's such a liar, and that bothers me so much. That's like the number one thing that like grinds my gears. Liars, especially when it's like there's all the evidence is out there. You know what I mean?
This is the new Weight Watchers, built for real results no matter what motion.
Why isn't this doing that?
Join the millions of members and lose weight with the #1 doctor-recommended weight loss program. Watch it work.
You know what's all good? Zero heartburn. That's why I take Prilosec OTC. Just one pill a day blocks heartburn before it starts. Unlike my friend here popping their ass all day. Prilosec OTC. One pill, zero heartburn. All good.
I know we want Abu Ghazala to win. Bliss, there are far worse alternatives than Bliss, mind you. It's not gonna be a tragedy, like someone said in here. It's gonna be a tragedy. No, I mean we'll be sad, we'll be disappointed, because we want Abu Ghazala to win. But like, there are way worse options out there.
Would you like to join us? No. We would love to join you.
They tell you to optimize, to hack. But what if you were never old? Arnold Colostrum, the first food of life, reawakens your innate brilliance. 400 nutrients, 4 seconds, 1 daily reward.
This is Alex. Alex needed help investing his savings. With his advisor Dennis, he opened 3 accounts. One for now, one for later, and of course his retirement. More than big goals for his future, Alex has got a plan to get there. All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus.
Is Steve Kornacki live? It's my boo, Steve Kornacki.
Meeting notes and insights. Even on meetings I can't attend. Dang it, I picked the wrong one.
Otter, the AI meeting agent. These bills are crazy.
Uh-huh.
She has no idea she's sitting on a gold mine.
She doesn't know that if she owns a life insurance policy of $100,000 or more, she can sell all or part of it to Coventry for cash, even a term policy. Even a term policy?
Find out if you're sitting on a gold mine. Call Coventry Direct today at 800-738-1300 or visit coventrydirect.com.
All right, locked in for this meeting. Total focus.
Thank you, Pam. Thank you for joining my fan club for 2 months.
Dang it,
for immigration directly to Donald Trump?
And our view is you have to have
They're both wearing.
and fair rules for
Oh my
everyone.
god.
But on the other hand, a lot of people, within the European Union, we have free mobility of people.
They're wearing matching
And
outfits.
our population is growing, but in a very positive way. Our economy is going well because we're attracting a lot of people from Europe and beyond into work, legally and validly in our country. I think sometimes Europe gets characterized wrongly in terms of it being overrun or whatever like that. It's much more robust now. There's much more stronger mechanism in place to facilitate legal migration.
They're wearing fucking matching outfits.
That understanding is, we need more economic growth in Europe.
Immigration is good, actually. That Oval Office moment is in
5.7
podcast
estimated.
I spoke to David Lee.
It's close. It's close.
We're talking about how Trump has transformed immigration politics inside the Republican Party and why immigration is actually good for the country. Something a lot of check it out wherever you get your podcasts. That's all in for this Tuesday night. The briefing with Jen Psaki starts right now.
This is the only one that I'm really paying attention to. I don't know.
I mean, there are a lot of them these days.
I should know more about more, but whatever. I got so much time in the day. Schneider, up 66 points. Damn. I don't know who this guy was running against, or gal was running against, but... Oh, 17 votes counted. 62. Oh, this is... Oh, never mind. 63 votes counted. Oh, no. Percentage. Is it percentage? Yeah, never mind. That's percentage. Sorry. Yeah, it's a nail biter. Roll nail biter.
I mean, I think we'll probably know who the next senator from the state of Illinois is tonight.
Maybe in the next hour. We will see. Yeah. We will see. Well, we'll be watching, Chris. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, so we have clearly a ton to get to tonight. As I just noted,
Jen Psaki bores me.
Chris, it's primary night in the state of Illinois. There are multiple Democratic candidates who are vying to succeed retiring Senator.
No disrespect to her, but she's a little
Race is continuing. It hasn't
boring.
been called yet. There are
I'm hungry.
contested congressional primaries. We're keeping an eye on that. As I said to Chris, maybe tell us something about where Democratic voters are right now, including, what excites them, what moves them. So we're going to talk about a lot tonight, but I want to start this show by just getting right to MS Now chief data reporter who's at the big board, Ali Velshi.
Oh, yeah, I like Kornacki.
This is a new vest. I don't know this vest, but we have lots of primary nights to go.
Thank you for noticing, my friend.
Tell us, the last time I checked, it was pretty tight in the Senate race. I know things are probably moving around, but tell us where things stand right now across the board.
Well, look, first of all, this is really interesting.
Ali Velshi is no Kornacki.
It's awfully close right now, but Juliana Stratton, the lieutenant governor, is in the lead now with 38.5%. Roger Krishnan will be the five-time congressman, is got 33% of the vote, and Robin Kelly, who is also a member of Congress supported by the Congressional Black Caucus, has got 20% of the vote. It's sort of roughly in the order we were thinking it would be. I will tell you there are some key counties that haven't reported yet, including DuPage County, which is expected to be a place.
Runoff? What are the rules for the runoff, Nami?
Two counties, the three counties around Peoria, no vote.
What are the rules for the runoff in Illinois?
So we're keeping a close eye on
I'm unfamiliar.
in all of these races, including the congressional races. There are 5 open seats.
Ellie, that guy's a fucking scammer.
Any of those to flip. These are
Be Better is a scammer.
Democratic House seats, but what happens within them is particularly interesting
He's spreading conspiracy theories, as per usual.
here, because if you win this, you're likely to become a member of Congress, so it's hotly contested.
Also, he lied about why he got canceled,
Which is
as per usual.
a lot of districts around it. So they all sort of hang on to a little bit of a Chicago suburb and then spread out into some rural area. District 9 is the one we're watching the most closely of the 4 contested races. 84% of the vote is in. Daniel Biss, who is the
No, this is not the Safe Act. This is the
now, he's got 30% of the vote. This is not like a southern primary.
this is the Illinois primary.
First past the post. Kat Abu-Ghazala, the progressive activist, is in with 24% of the vote. All eyes were on her because she's 26 years old. If she were to get elected, she'd be the youngest woman ever elected to Congress. At this point, it becomes a little hard at 84% to see how she makes up the 5,000 vote difference, but anything can happen. So we're watching that very closely. A number of these races are not yet determined.
I think he said the
Of the vote right now, Melissa Bean, former member of Congress, is now in the lead. That was expected to happen.
partially.
In District 7, I think there are 11 or 12 candidates right now. LaShawn Ford is in the lead with
And mind you, what he said about her, just so you know, he lies and he says that it was because he said she was going to lose. That's not why he got canceled. He got canceled because he lied. He spread misinformation. As someone who like was very critical of her, I never lied about her. I never made up misinformation. The Be Better guy. He just resurfaced with some conspiracy theories about Erica Kirk. Oh God, what a fucking grifter. I can't believe it's like so easy for him. I can't believe it's so easy for him to just literally be like, I have insider information, and people eat that shit up. Does no one have any discernment? Oh my God. How does no one have any fucking discernment? Thank you, Allie. Everybody is illiterate. It's crazy. It's crazy.
All interesting, Ali Velshi. There's still a lot to report on here. We're going to be coming back to you throughout the night. Thanks for being there. Thanks for being vested up. We always appreciate it. Okay, I want to turn, while Ali is continuing to focus on this, I'm just going to turn to Donald Trump's latest attempt to sell.
Well, also, mind you, when he did get canceled, he pretended like he had nothing to do with his fucking dad and had no idea about his political connections. His family is connected to election deniers.
I'm sure you all see that when you go fill up your car.
Like they made money, they made billions of dollars from the Trump administration.
We're going to talk about that too.
Or millions at least. I think a couple billions. They had the biggest no bid contract from the Trump administration, and it was organized by the main guy, the main guy behind the election denier shit. He's not. And then he just happened to like come out and like what screenshots? I don't know that I saw. I don't know if I was watching. I think I listened.
I can't tell you that. I don't want to embarrass him. It would be very bad for his career, even though he's got no career left.
Just, you know.
Trump says a former president wishes he would have started this war with Iran. The former president is so jealous.
Do House districts go to runoffs? I think it depends on the state. Yeah, primaries. Depends on the state. Not in Illinois.
With a country of 93 million people without feeling really the responsibility at all to think through any of the consequences.
That's too bad.
Trump has not thought through. Of course, Trump can say which president that would quote. Here's the thing. There are only 4 former U.S. presidents still living on this earth. Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden. That's it. Those 4.
So close.
Now, I was not reached out to
It's getting harder for her to catch up, though. She's probably not going to win, unfortunately.
conversations with Donald Trump about Iran. And the Wall Street Journal has confirmed through really on
Wait.
C as in both, but honestly,
All living former presidents deny Trump's claim of Iran convo? What does that mean?
conversation with a former president episode is part of a pattern.
Oh.
This is not a one-off. Every day, Trump seems to say something about this war that is
Former presidents
by reporting.
deny.
I mean, for instance, just yesterday, Donald Trump repeatedly claimed that prior to the start of the war, nobody in his administration knew that Iran might respond by attacking U.S. ally Gulf nations. In fact, they were shocked.
They weren't supposed to go after all these other countries.
Every single president. Oh my God.
Qatar, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Bahrain, Kuwait. Nobody expected that.
That's so funny. I got to make a video about this. Is it too late to make a video about it? Yeah, I'm reading it right now. I'm seeing it. So embarrassing.
Nobody thought they were going to hit those countries. Peter asked him if he was
Can't make a foreign policy blunder like his campaign. What did she? What did she do? What foreign policy blunder? Oh, are you saying the person who was like on her team that like fucking went out and like claimed she had a position she didn't? That feels like psyop shit, dude. Like, the fuck? Oh, thank you, Chrissy. Some people didn't get it. Some people were like, a couple people. It wasn't that many people, but some people didn't get it. Someone on YouTube was like, this is not your best work, blah, blah, blah. Like, you didn't talk about how this is an illegal war. I'm like, bitch, you just don't get the joke. You just don't get it. PSYOP, PSYOP, like psychological operation. It's like, the idea is like, opposition, like someone working against you, kind of like weaseling their way and, you know, whatever. Yeah. How much is gas for you? I don't know. I don't pay for gas. Manchurian candidate. Yeah. Jeez. They're trying to save themselves. I gotta make a video saying this, but the guardrails have not failed. The guardrails of our democracy have not failed. They're working as intended. The problem is it's not Trump. It's the entire Republican Party. And they are hoping that we think it's Trump. This message that the guardrails have failed, no. That helps Republicans. Trump could have been gone the second he stepped into office if our Congress had done their job. Just FYI. Judicial wouldn't have nearly as much bite right now if Congress, like the number one failure point we have right now is Congress. Judicial, yes, Supreme Court has done damage, but they would not be as effectively doing damage if Congress were doing its job. In large part, like, mind you, SCOTUS, like a lot of the SCOTUS decisions, as much as I think they're like bullshit ideologically, like there is a legal logic to a lot of them that makes sense, but in each one they are reaffirming the power being in Congress's hands, which is true, right? And a lot of it, so like this is the great sort of like magic trick, right? That they're doing. They're playing like cups with responsibility. They're like, oh, it's Trump. Look over here. It's Trump. He's doing all the damage. All the court cases are going against the executive branch, right? Saying like the executive branch can't do this, can't do that, da 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 da. Whenever they make their way to the Supreme Court almost every single time is like, well, technically there's no law that says he can't. So unless Congress wants to write a law saying he can't, he can do it. Like over and over and over again, that has been their ruling. If Congress were doing its job, if Republicans in Congress particularly were doing their job and reining him in, passing laws, it would be much harder for the the Supreme Court to make these rulings in the first place, right? Just because like on so many of them you kind of have to end up on a side, right? Of like legality, and it's either like, and so like they have to basically cede the power to someone in each case, in a sense. Not every single case, right? Sometimes the big, not every single case, but our Constitution sets out certain foundational principles, but our Constitution doesn't write a law for everything, right? So much of what they're doing is based on existing laws. And yeah, so like they can interpret the law, and they're going to either end up on the side of like siding of the president can do whatever they want, or like they can't, but like Congress has to control them, therefore whatever. So I'm just saying, like, yeah, too much rules and norms, not enough actual laws, pretty much. Yeah.
Took a little excursion because we felt we had to do that to get rid of some people.
The president had a feeling, again, based on fact, that Iran was going to strike the United States.
But I felt it was something we had to do.
Yeah, and SCOTUS can't take all the cases right now. Yeah, many cases are being settled in lower courts. Yeah, and also SCOTUS is like slowing down year by year on the number of cases that they take.
They should be very thankful that this group of people feels the way we do.
The president felt that he had to strike first to prevent those mass casualties.
Well, I hope so, Diesel. The problem is I think that as soon as Trump is out, people are going to like, I think that's part of the magic trick, right? I've talked about this a lot with regards to J.D. Vance specifically, but in general, we keep talking about MAGA, we keep talking about Trump, we keep talking about how the guardrails have failed. They have not. The guardrails are in place. The problem is that Republicans occupy them. That is the entire problem. And we can't lose sight of that. I mean, we know that, right? Like everyone who's here, we aren't fucking idiots. But we need to make sure that other people don't lose sight of it, that the country doesn't, because we're setting ourselves up for the next Republican to very easily convince everyone that no, Trump was the problem. And if you don't like Trump, I'm not Trump. I'm just a normal Republican. And like, normal Republicans are the fucking problem.
Gas prices have surged 27% on average across the country since Trump decided to strike.
John ever did a good episode on JD Vance, honestly. Oh yeah, I heard that it was good. I have to watch it.
Day in this war. I mean, just watch what happened when Trump was asked about an attack on the U.S. Embassy in Baghdad earlier today.
Mr. President, how do you respond to the increasing attacks by the Iraqi militia groups against the U.S. Embassy and consulate in the Kurdistan region?
You want to answer that? Yeah. You want to?
Yeah, well, Marco, obviously, Secretary of State, has control over the embassy. Look, there have been a lot of militia attacks.
God, they're all wearing matching outfits. They're all wearing blue suits with green ties. For like St. Patrick's Day.
J.D. Vance, who then tries to kick the question to Marco Rubio before saying there have been a lot of attacks against our embassy in Iran. Now, I would just note that the U.S. Embassy in Iran has been closed for over 40 years. There's no active U.S. Embassy in Iran. And it shouldn't, overall, though, have been difficult for a single person in that room to answer a question about attacks on a U.S. embassy. But it was punting from one person to the other. It's not particularly surprising either. I mean, for the last
Daniel Bliss getting the win. Yeah.
people have been either lying, evading, or guessing about what is happening in the war they started. And now even some of their own loyalists are headed for the exits. So where does that leave us?
78% of votes in? That's not right.
The United States today.
Is it right? 78%? Thought it was more than that.
No, I'm not afraid of.
Piss. No. I guess they also put it down.
That makes one of us. But I mean, now is Congressman Jim Himes. He's the ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. It's great to see you. What a time, but I'm so grateful to be talking with you here. Let me start by asking you about this statement that Tulsi Gabbard put out today. Because in that statement,
Yeah.
she said
Exactly, Nabi.
concluded that the terrorist Islamist regime in Iran
I'm not a Republican.
took action based on that conclusion. Now, I have been a part of a lot of carefully written statements
Why the fuck would make you think I'm a Republican?
that the president can decide.
Why don't we use ranked choice voting? Because
Intelligence there, she didn't say the intelligence community.
I live in New York City. We do use ranked choice voting for primaries. So,
Sort of settled on the key phrase there. She is the senior most intelligence official, and she didn't say that the intelligence community
Brick wall background? What does that have to do? Wait, what do you mean? What does that have to do with... What kind of a reference is that? It was revised. Yeah, right, TTL? It was revised. There's still hope, huh? Did they just find a bunch of new votes? That was a little sketchy. No, Alyssa, they did not. We're watching the results come in. Hi, baby. Not quite, Joni. We've successfully gotten it in a couple of places. Hi, Gracie. Happy belated birthday.
Resignation directly contradicted essentially what she said. Now you don't have to. I mean, I just said Joe Kent has a history of being a
Previous comment. Thank you, Abby.
But January 6th and other things doesn't have an intelligence background. Why do you think? What has struck you about his?
I don't understand.
I mean, why does it matter?
Well, a couple things struck me. Number one, and Joe Kent is an imperfect vehicle for this.
Did I see the Trump terrorism? Oh, that's crazy that got fucking censored. Terrorism got censored. About if the Dem candidate is hot, they'll win against the mid-Republican. That's funny. Oh, yeah. Yeah. These are Illinois primaries.
So to see somebody in that orbit to say, hey, I disagree with the president, and not only that, I'm going to put some blame on him is pretty unusual. That said, what he articulated, historians will tell us what happened between Prime Minister Netanyahu and the president and what exactly was going on there. But to be as direct and brutal as Joe Kent was in saying that this was all engineered by Israel.
Thank you, Hannah. Oh, I'm going on a podcast tomorrow. The Find Out podcast. I don't know when they publish the things. I don't know if it's live or not.
He has some intelligence background because he did serve in the military. But I'm talking about as a person who served in the intelligence community in the U.S. government, who rose up through the system, which is not what he did. Let me ask you about another intel story, and that is about we learned more today from the Wall Street Journal reporting that Russia is sharing even.
I mean, I think we're mostly talking about Iran and stuff.
The reporting has been around for about 2 weeks, and it's sort of been growing as reporters are doing their jobs, including satellite imagery and improved drone technology. The journal says that.
Am I crazy in that it kind of feels like Israel and Russia are like buddy?
I mean, you spend a lot of time thinking about the intertwinings of all of these countries. What concerns you the most about this?
Well, that's easy. Who's the big winner here? Russia is the big winner here for 3 reasons.
That's what I was going to say. That's my video. I was going to make a podcast episode about this. I want. Oh, nenes. Oh, sure. Sorry.
Our
Sorry.
attention and our military and our dollars and our people are going into yet another conflict in the Middle East, and we have taken our attention off what is truly our fight, which is the fight against a brutal invasion of Ukraine. So this is nothing but Christmas morning for the Russians.
I mean, the role in global politics is that when crisis is elsewhere, the people who are the authoritarian dictators like Putin and Xi are just sitting back and watching it all happen. I know you've been so generous with your time. You're going to stay with me for another block. I'm very grateful for that. We have to take a break. I'm
Okay.
understanding.
Sorry.
I did want to get your
I just wanted to
I
see.
want to play this before we go to break because JD Vance.
Sorry. Um.
We, the people of the United States.
Hi. How do I feel about Biss? I mean, he's not the worst alternative ever. He's still progressive, I guess, apparently. Could be worse.
Promote the general welfare and secure the blessings of liberty to ourselves and our posterity. Do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States.
Garrison, that doesn't fucking... Brother... Okay, you go start your third party. Good luck with that. How about you just get involved in, like, primaries and shit? Gosh darn America is right. Kat is probably not going to win, unfortunately.
With me now, as promised, is Congressman Jim Hunt, ranking Democrat on the House Intelligence Committee. Okay, before the break, we played a bite of JD Vance, obviously the Vice President.
We got a lot more
The weekend. He has been
people on YouTube than usual in here. Hi,
There
YouTube.
have been reports, background reports, saying that he opposed the war. That doesn't. It's not surprising given his background, but he wants it to be fast and quick. I can't remember the exact terminology. What do you make of his answer on you're trying to drive a wedge between me and the president? He could have just said, yes, I support the president. He could have said something else.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's JD Vance hedging his bets, right? I mean, you know, we can talk about
Hedging his bets. Hedging his bets.
orbit, and all of a sudden now everything they used to say no longer matters. Okay, but he's hedging his bets, right? Because it's sort of a story out there. Who's the successor? Who gets anointed? And, Rubio,
Everyone else can hear me.
is in favor right now, and JD Vance is keeping that lane open, politically speaking.
Seems like he's hoping Trump won't notice he's not fully with him, and also the MAGA base won't notice he's working in an administration that is conducting war in Iran. I think people will notice, but I guess we will see.
Yeah.
In the last block, I played video of Trump earlier today, kind of passing.
Is video not working for anyone?
Question of Iran's attacks on U.S. embassies to JD Vance, and then he tried to
Hi.
pass it to Marco Rubio.
Guy Fawkes, fuck off. It's dumb. It's dumb. We could just do what MAGA did with the Republican Party, which was take it over. But go start your own fucking third party. Go do it. In fact, there are third parties. Go join one of them. Like, wasting my fucking time, dude.
Who I think are optimistic, I think probably unrealistically so, that maybe the regime.
That's the fun thing about, like, the existing parties. We could literally just turn them into whatever we want them to. But, like, you have to get involved. Like, we actually have to be involved.
Which is that lots of things weren't thought through. If you thought this through, you might have filled the strategic petroleum reserve up, topped it off.
Yeah.
You might have actually had a plan for the tens of thousands of Americans who are in the region. You might have thought about the Straits of Hormuz, right? It goes without saying that war in the Middle East is one of the most complicated problems you can contemplate. I mean, it just goes in all sorts of directions. And this is not a president who is known for doing anything other than thinking fairly linearly about one thing at a time. You can't run a war in the Middle East. You can't plan or decide to execute a war in the Middle East if you're not thinking about 70 different things at once. So there's 69 things that get asked, and Donald Trump says, well, Marco ought to handle that, or J.D. Vance ought to, if there's one question that he'll answer, which is how's this going to end, and he's going to tell you, it's going to end quickly and it's going to end well. That's his role. The rest of the stuff he's got to leave to others.
And he's at a point where he can't exactly end it. I know the World War Threat briefing hearing was postponed today because of weather, because we had sort of bizarre tornado warnings down here yesterday. It's going to be on Thursday. There'll be lots of questions asked. But with Joe Pence's resignation, again, an imperfect vehicle, as you said, obviously Kristi Noem was more than imperfect in that job. That's putting it very diplomatically. But there now isn't going to be a person.
The funniest thing on TV movies, like the funniest thing about people claiming that they're going to build a third party is like you can't even get enough support to defeat Democrats in the primaries. And you need so much less to do that than to win a general fucking national election. You need so many fewer people to do that. That's what's so embarrassing about people who are like, let's go build a third party without like fixing, like, first, listen, if I don't like the two-party system, but it is literally the only logical result of the system we have in place. If we had ranked choice voting, we could absolutely have more parties. We could have multiple parties for sure. But in a system with like first past the post on everything, it just doesn't make sense. And the fact that you can't get your shit together to win a primary, it requires literally, I mean, it requires so much less than the generals. And you think you're going to fucking build yourself a little third party and win a general election? It's embarrassing. Exactly, Dick.
So much. It is a must watch. I will be watching all of it. Congressman Hess, thank you for being here. Very much appreciate it. Okay, up next, Donald Trump is applying new pressure on the media.
Oh, that sucks.
They serve as cheerleaders for his war with Iran, and we're going to show you some new evidence that some in the media heard that message loud and clear. Terry Moran and Elise.
Yeah, but with a first past the post system, that's not going to happen, Clint. Parties aren't required. People can run as unaffiliated all they want. The reason we have parties is because of the fucking, I mean, firstly, it gives people like an easy sort of like tent to live under. If you aren't affiliated with a party, you have to go out and like tell people what you're about. Like the vast majority of Americans are completely just like uninterested and unengaged, disengaged from politics, right? Just completely. So they like, the reason the parties are like easy or good is because they give you like a cheat sheet, right? Where someone's going to just, people who identify as Republican are going to vote Republican. People who identify as Democrat are going to vote Democrat. And it's easy. And they don't have to learn who everyone on the ballot is. I mean, full disclosure, even I like will look up all the small local candidates the day of the election. I'll look up, I'll see like who it is, and I'll write it down for myself. But I don't fucking know. Like, I don't know who these people are. And I personally, I look up to see who is endorsed by like DSA and Working Families Party, you know, because I'll vote like Dem if I have to, but like, I mean, I'll vote Dem in just like generals and stuff. But when we're talking about like primaries or whatever, and even in generals, I will always vote on the ballot line for working parties. A lot of people are like both working parties Dem, so I'll vote for the working party in the working parties column. So I'll look up that, but I don't fucking know who these people are. So that's why you end up with parties, because the parties end up being like, okay, let me just like figure out what this person stands for in general without having to know everything about every individual. Who the fuck has time to know that? You're letting us know you're not voting ever again. Cool. Go fuck yourself. You're not worth engaging with then. Not as much as you'd think, pet sitter. She's not winning. She's probably not going to win. She came very close, which is very... We do need people like her in politics. I agree. What other one, Johnny? You're saying Daniel Bliss, the one who's going to win? I'm not running, Cat.
We're quite proud of you.
I have nothing to run for.
Years ago, you may be at risk for lung cancer.
Okay, but with a routine screening, you can detect it early when it's more curable. Sounds good, guys. Can I get a little space here? Biologically, no. Kid.
Listen to your lungs. Get a routine screening that could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savebythescan.org. We're all just trying to keep things running for those who rely on us. That's why we don't have time to be sick with the flu.
We don't have time for delays.
We don't have time for spills. We don't have time for setbacks. Let's be real.
Getting the flu shot?
Helps you fight the
You are our greatest weapon. You really think you can outrun what you are?
You took down a full assault team alone.
You think I can't handle the truth? It's about who you really are.
I thought you were gone. Now gone. Unshackled.
Why are some counties not counted as quickly as others? Same time zone and should be same machines. Because it depends on like how many different counties, different like voting locations have like different amounts of people, so it takes a while. Some will like will count all at once, or like some will count all of them and then like report their results. Some will count in chunks and report results. Some people have older people working than others who have arthritis and they're slower. The Working Families Party is a party, Caitlin. It's a party. I mean, they largely, you know, anyone who's running on Working Families Party line is almost always also running on the Democrat line. So it's almost always the same thing. But I always vote on the Working Families Party line. Because here in New York, you can be listed under multiple parties, basically. Your polling place. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what they, I don't know if they do automatic, like, paper counts and stuff. I don't know. It depends on the fucking state and the machines and whatnot. I don't fucking know. His fraction of the vote plus Cat's beat bliss. What's his Oh, here he is. Damn. I mean, Daniel Bliss is progressive, so what's the difference between Mike and Daniel Bliss? Did you vote today, Zilla? It was a win or quit plan, really? Why? What's she gonna do instead? I guess she's a journalist. What's so loud? Not specifically Utah, but Salt Lake City. Maybe I have heard the one. I've heard about it happening like in several areas around the country. Best in the world. Jesus Christ. God, I can't with the neolibs. I like the US doesn't have the best military in the world. Like, I mean, how do you measure that? The United States has the most expensive military in the world. The United States, like, the only reason you find, like, the only way to test that truly is by having them go to war. And the U.S. has not won its wars on its own. It has not won a war on its own in a very long time. Like, Marissa. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, in order to find that out, we're going to have to send you to war. And I don't want to. I don't want to send you to war. You're too cute for war. Yeah, I think isn't debatably like the Gulf War or whatever. Technically, maybe they did what they did, but I don't know. Debatable. Yeah, Marissa, you're too cute for war. I don't want you to go to war. Yeah. Well, I think the U.S. God, I fucking hate it. All the like greatest military on earth. No, most expensive military on earth. Military with the most like toys on earth. Hi. But like. Illinois primary results. You really believe the big blue propaganda? She's like, scritches better be on my belly. Here, let me get this. Let me take this off you. Let me take this off you. Sorry, one sec. Greatest military in the world. How do you find that out if you don't, like, without sending someone to war, right? And the U.S. military has not won very many wars. It just hasn't. I think also it's just like it like misunderstands. Like war is, I think, personally, I think war, especially nowadays, is like it's rarely won. Like it's not a fucking skill thing. Like it's based on circumstances, right? Like Vietnam, you show up in a place like Vietnam, you fucking lose. You're gonna fucking lose because Americans don't know how to deal with the circumstances that was Vietnam. Right, Reese? You show up to Afghanistan again. You know? Corporate takeovers and lawfare. Yeah. But like I think so this like longer video that I wanted to make about like Iran and like how Russia is winning and stuff. One like what I also wanted to talk about, and I'm actually gonna probably talk about this on the podcast tomorrow, the Find Out podcast, not my podcast, which I keep talking about. I'm technically gonna film whatever. Not good at marathon wars because we burn too much money. Yeah, but over 100 allies joined. There you go. Yeah, Marissa, I agree. It is highly romanticized, especially in America. It's super highly romanticized in America. It's just fucking nuts. But what people like, what's crazy also about the U.S. is like, what the U.S. is good at is projecting strength. What the U.S. is good at is like the stuff before the war, right? And where it gets a lot of its power is like the U.S. is the U.S. is very, very lucky in that in where it's positioned, right? I've talked about this before. Sorry, I'm like, my brain is like, I'm trying to find the way into this, the avenue into this. The U.S. isn't necessarily good at war. The U.S. is hard to attack. That's what it is. The U.S. is really, really difficult to attack. Not because the U.S. is particularly skilled at preventing attack. It's because the U.S. lucked the fuck out on where it planted its little booty. It's hard to get to without someone noticing you're on your way to go attack the U.S., right? As long as the U.S. has strong, like the last time, basically after the U.S. basically sorted out its two borders, which are both very large borders, for relative to most countries, like after it sorted that out and was like, you know what, it's gonna behoove us to be really good friends with the people directly north of us and south of us. It was mostly sorted, and the U.S. is, despite being the biggest asshole in the world in most cases, that's what the U.S. is, and like long has been. Despite that, the U.S. has only been attacked on its soil like 2 times, with Pearl Harbor and 9/11. And why? It's because it's really fucking difficult to attack the U.S. And both of those had to be were surprises, right? Both of those were absolute surprises. Well, we're listening to what's on the TV. Good at war games, though? Well, yeah, sometimes. Like when we changed the rules at the war games. At least once. Didn't Iran, beat the U.S. at the war games, a while back, and then the U.S. got mad and changed the rules so it would win? Hey, semantics. Yeah, I think that's what it was, Dubs. Yeah, so that's, one thing, that's one place where the U.S. gets its power, right? Like the U.S. can basically build up militarily and no one's gonna get in its way necessarily because it's super far away. And also it had a leg up, right? It had a leg up in that during World War I and II, basically, the rest of the world got fucking destroyed, but nothing really showed up on the U.S. soil outside of Pearl Harbor, obviously. The U.S. flourished during the war. It was just industry. It was just money. And then the rest of Europe and stuff had to rebuild, and the U.S. was like, cool, we're here, so you know what, we'll take advantage. So the U.S. starts lending out a bunch of money, and uses that opportunity to basically build up a lot of its fucking industry. Basically, Europe had a post-war period to contend with, and the U.S. was fine. And so as a result of that, the U.S. has had a crazy sort of a projection of strength was sufficient. A conflict like this breaks that illusion. Yeah. Well, and also, it's not just a projection of strength to, we're extremely resource rich, that too. But also, what is that, Rusty? Trump has done what Al Qaeda could never achieve. What's that? The other thing is when MAGA talks about how, and Trump was saying it the other day, he was like, oh, we have 45,000 soldiers protecting NATO and all those countries. Da, 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 da. It's you don't do it out of the kindness of your fucking heart. The U.S. doesn't have troops on the ground in NATO countries and other countries as a kindness. That's not a favor to that country, really. In many ways, it's a favor to the United States. It's very much a favor to the United States. In the same way that the U.S. decided to be world police and was like, we're gonna build up might and we're gonna start policing the God, what's the world? I forget what the term is, but just all the parts of the world that are unclaimed, the open seas and stuff. That's not part of any sort of country or whatever. Firstly, it projects strength. It gives you some level of control, influence, etc. But also by it's strategy. Yeah, exactly. It's strategy. Not only is it good to basically be like, hey, don't worry, guys, we'll be the military. We'll be the military guys, as part of that projection of strength. Because number one, to project strength, yeah, you need a lot of troops, right? But what are you going to do? You're going to like pay a bunch of people to sit around in America doing fuck all? I mean, we do that, but like at a certain point, you're like, well, we got to do something, right? Partially. But secondly, like being like, hey man, we'll bring the military and stuff, like gets basically, I mean, those people then have to be nice to you, right? Like to a certain degree, a lot of Europe was like, all right, fine, you be the military, we'll invest in our economies, like post-war period, et cetera, da, 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 da. Fine. Like, we don't care. Like, Europe was like, we've had enough world wars. We're not like looking to start another one of these. So like, we don't need really to be like the big man on campus with the biggest military in the world. You know what I mean? Like Europe was like, we've been humbled. We're fine. Like, we get it. Whatever. So, I said, doo-doo. So they stick, so they're like, cool, we'll be the military. Stick a bunch of military in all these countries. American bases in all these countries. Buddy, right? Also, NATO, as much as the U.S. is like, we put so much money in, what's funny is my dad hates NATO. My dad's Spanish. He was on the ground floor when Spain joined NATO in 1984, I think it was. He's an aeronautical engineer by training. And so he was like on the ground floor with, the top secret, whatever, development, blah, blah, blah. He fucking hates NATO because he's like, it's a fucking scam. Like, NATO was set up so that we just give the United States a bunch of fucking money. It's just designed for us to buy American weapons, and, true. So, like, yeah, Megan. So, Marissa, no, you do you, girl. You do. So, so that's the other thing, right? The United States wants to make all this war stuff. The United States got a taste of how much money war can make it. And so ever since then, it's like looked for an excuse. But how do you keep keep the costs of war up if you're not engaged in a war? Well, like you become the person who's like, you become the biggest war thing on the planet. So you keep selling everyone else your war toys, right? And so, like NATO, yeah, like the United States was putting a lot of money into NATO, but also everyone in NATO was buying a bunch of shit from the United States. And congratulations, now they're like, European countries are decreasing their purchases. Like they're starting to like shift. I forget, I found an article that said like the shift down from like, I think it was like 70% down to like 40 something percent in at least one country, so feed playing like a sketch. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know what's going on with the video on. Oh, shoot. 1 sec. That might fix some of the, sorry, it might get better in a sec. The feed. Yeah. The feed will get better in a sec. Sorry guys. It was my battery. Marissa. When you left Afghanistan, it wasn't going to last long. Military contractors aren't making money. Yeah. Well, and also, okay, and here's the other trick, right? Not only does the U.S., the U.S. wants to be world police. The U.S. wants to quote unquote, police the seas, not out of the kindness of its own heart. That's controlled, that's influence, right? it wants to be the military provider of both toys and bodies in one sense, because again, it gives you power, gives you influence, right? But also, in the same sense that, and this, by the way, is why the U.S., the UK's, or the U.S.'s position, physical position, is why the U.S. has always been so invested in, fucking up Latin America. It's because it's so close to the U.S. So the U.S. is just like, well, we just got to make sure that no feasible enemies can get solid enough physically close to us, because there goes our advantage. That's why. So you have all that, but so for the same reason that the U.S. is difficult to attack, right? Because it's so far away from everything. It also makes it hard for the U.S. to attack anyone else, at least from the United States, right? It's hard. Let's say that you find out that you got nukes coming your way. By the time you figure it out, you're like, well, shit, I gotta send some planes over 15 hours. I mean, it's gonna be in subs, but you know what I'm saying. So how do you fix that? Sure, you have some ships around the sea, right? You put fucking ships to police the ocean. You have subs around, right? Positioned places that are advantageous. But also, you put American bases in places that are closer to the rest of the world. You put American bases in Germany, in Spain. I mean, all across Europe. But Germany and Spain are two big ones, right? It's not out of the kindness of your heart. It's because that way, if shit hits the fan, you don't have to fly. You don't have to get the military members onto a bunch of fucking planes. That takes an hour or two, and then lift off, fucking fly 15 hours to go, whatever. It's you need infrastructure, you need bodies in place, you need planes, you need your equipment, right? All those fucking war toys that you've been giving to countries, and selling to countries, you want to be able to be at the drop of a hat, have access to them closer to your enemies. And also what's crazy is that it makes all of your allies more of a target for your enemies, as we literally just saw, right? All these other countries with American bases in the Middle East, they're getting attacked in response, by Iran. So it's the United States, it's not a fucking kindness to make your allies a target with your military bases on them. You are putting them at high risk of being attacked if you pull some shit. So, and you're decreasing your risk of getting hit, which you're already at very low risk of it because you're out of reach. It's shields upon shields of no, hit them first. And then, it's you think foreign nationals are allowed on military base? Of course not. It's not a service. Yeah, exactly. Right, Marissa? And then, but also, what's funny, I almost made this video. I talked about this on GT's live, and I might have talked about it on mine at one point. And I was working on this big video. This is why I need to switch to long form, just podcast, where I'm just sitting. This is what I'm going to do. By the way, I'm going to record this as a video like this. It's not going to be scripted. We're going to start doing this. Okay. It'll be on YouTube. Go watch it. But I was working on this thing that I just didn't because it was too big and there was too much more else going on. When Trump was threatening Spain with oh, maybe they'll have to be kicked out of NATO. I was fucking laughing. I was like, if you want evidence of the fact that Trump either has no fucking clue how anything works or is basically in Russia's pocket, is doing everything for Russia, all you got to do is look at this. All you got to do is look at what he's saying about Spain right now. He wants to threaten Spain. Go for it. Go for it, buddy. You want to kick Spain out of NATO? You want to get rid of Spain as an ally? Fucking go for it. Because the United States needs Spain more than Spain needs the United States, quite frank. Perez Brenna, T. It's gonna be my first one. I don't usually do stuff like that, but I'm just gonna do it. Yeah. There is an element, exactly. There's an element of forced allyship here. Yeah. Yes, exactly. They're forced to get involved. Because you don't want to be attacked on your own fucking on your soil because the United States put a big old target on your back. But the United States has multiple bases in Spain. I mean, it has multiple bases like everywhere, but it has multiple bases in Spain, including this one Rota, which is a sort of like dual owned US, Spain, I think technically God, what's the word, Marissa? I think technically it's Navy port. That's what it is, right? Navy town, Navy port, whatever. Big. And I don't know if currently, I'm sure things have shifted around, but at one point it was like, it's the place where the base where the most amount of like US troops were like lived at one point. It's like it's a town, effectively, essentially. It is the only, it's the only port, naval port, thank you, that has, firstly, it's the only naval port that has the capability of doing the like wash off, cleaning off the carriers. What's the fucking word, Marissa? You tell me. You know, the big ships with the planes on them, the giant ones. It's the only place that, like, in that area of the world where those ships can stop off and get, like, washed off to ensure that they're not bringing any sort of, like, biohazards before they go to the United States. So, like, every one of these carriers, aircraft carriers, thank you. Every one of these carriers has to stop there before it can make its way back to the United States. But also, it's, like, right by, if you look at Spain, I usually do this with a map. I guess I could do it with a fucking... since I'm on my MacBook, I'm worried I'm going to, like, flash some personal information. I don't want to show Google Maps because I think my home is... I can't do it on this thing. Spain and Morocco are... Speaking of the Strait of Hormuz, there is a strait that goes between Spain and Morocco, right? And fun fact, the UK is right at the, the UK basically like owns or kind of controls like a little enclave right at the bottom tip, Gibraltar, of, Spain, which, the US likes. But the US needs access to the Mediterranean. It needs it. That is the only way it can get naval support, really, to Israel. Which it likes to do, It's the only way, it's like one of the major ways it can access a lot of things, in the fucking, you're not in the Navy? I know you're not in the Navy, Marissa. Wait, did I say you are? Spain refused access for this Iran war. Sort of. Not to the Mediterranean, I don't think. Because I don't think they specifically... They refused, to help. And they refused to provide support and stuff. But they did... But, Spain did refuse the use of its ports for delivering arms to Israel. A year or two ago. Oh, just asked Navy questions? Gotcha. No, I'm talking just general military. Military. Because there was an air base also in Spain, but I think that shut down, and I think that's just Rota as well now. But technically, Rota is naval, but it has everything, But Rota and Spain are really, really important for the United States to access the Mediterranean. Theoretically, Spain could, as much as the UK controls Gibraltar, the little tiny town, it's just old British people, racist ones. Spain could shut down that fucking strait if it wanted to, Number one. Number two, NATO, Spain is the country that benefits the least from NATO because NATO as a defensive alliance, basically it's like if you get attacked, you know, we will come to your defense. It's like we all get attacked, right? The only exception to that is Spain has two little enclave cities on the northern coast of Africa. And I mean, it's had those cities for hundreds of years, right? You can, you know, cry colonialism all you want, of course. But in this case, also like between Morocco and like, and by cry, I mean like yell, you know, like decry. I don't mean like cry, just so we're clear. You can yell, you know, colonialism about it all you want, but between Morocco, the Moors came up in Spain and like were in Spain, controlled Spain for about 700 years. Eventually, like the Catholics pushed back and ended up in Morocco. Like it's, you know, back and forth a couple of times. And what's left is now just like two cities that are Spanish cities on the northern coast of Africa. It is the only physical border between Africa and Europe. So, but according to the NATO agreements, if those two cities get attacked, no one's going to come help. Yeah. So, and I think even the Islas Canarias as well. But but does that count if we start it? No, Marissa, exactly, you know. But so NATO largely, Spain has one of the larger armies in Europe. It has, I don't know, like there's like a bunch of things that Spain has, but it is one of the farthest countries from Russia. So if Russia starts like invading and attacking Europe, Spain is expected to come and help. But Spain's most likely attacker, Morocco, is going to begin with those cities, and no one in NATO has to come help Spain if it's attacked there. Spain also like does like a lot of, you know, sort of provides a lot of like naval support for like Mediterranean, like policing of the Mediterranean for like migrants coming through and stuff. Like Spain does a lot of shit for NATO and has like receives fewer promises in exchange. And that's why Pedro Sánchez was able, when Spain was like, or when Trump was like, everyone in NATO has to give more money. Spain was like, nah, it doesn't work for us. It doesn't work for our goals and our GDP and our economy. And the rest of Europe was like, okay. The rest of NATO was like, you got it. And part of that is because, yeah, Spain, like NATO needs Spain more than Spain needs NATO. And the United States needs Spain more than Spain needs the United States. And so all of that, if Spain cut off that Israel would be in a lot of trouble, actually could add several countries that could possibly inhibit Americans' ability to ship through the Mediterranean. Yes, exactly, Clint Czar. So, well, and that's why it was like a big deal when Spain was like, you're not using our ports to fly to get more arms through Israel. And that's why the United States fucking ignored Spain and did it at least once. But also, okay, all of this, right, based on Spain's position and whatnot, relative to the Mediterranean, relative to Morocco, relative to Russia, all this stuff. Oh, and also, I think it's something like 80% of Spain's energy comes from renewable resources. 80%. So of all the countries that are dependent on this oil shit, on this natural gas shit, Spain a few years ago was like, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on not needing to like get involved in this bullshit and not be like as affected by these like these oil things and whatnot. I know, Marissa, that's another video I've been wanting to do. Yeah. Spain is fucking, you know, I'm so proud of Spain. It doesn't do everything right, obviously, but I'm proud of Spain. And universal healthcare, all this shit. So why did Spain get into NATO in the first place? It was post dictator. And I mean, I don't know all the reasons for it. Like largely it's because like Oh yeah, because the United States, Franco, our dictator, had like worked on normalizing relations with the United States. There's the other thing, the United States. Oh, we don't like dictators. Cool. They played real nice with our dictator. The United States like put bases in Spain under our dictator. So it's fucking part of it. Whatever. The thing is, like, allyships are important and they're valuable. Like, don't ask why. Like, the reason you do shit like that is because it's beneficial to everyone involved. Like, it's good to have friends. It is good to have friends. And, like, in the same way that, like, Spain, sure, if Spain gets attacked in Ceuta and Melilla, NATO won't come to its aid. So that it's got that, like, that's its most vulnerable thing. Sure. But if Spain were attacked by anyone else, and by the way, it was, which I'll get to, the rest of NATO has to come to its aid. It's like having allies is good, guys. Contrary to what MAGA and Republicans may think, and even more than just MAGA and Republicans, like a lot of Americans think that they're doing the entire fucking world a favor. No, you guys suck as an ally. You guys fucking suck as an ally. But the Spain got attacked because, fun fact, fucking Colin Powell showed up to the UN back in 2003 and was like, look at all these weapons of mass destruction. We've got all this, and not only, and then dragged Spain and the UK into a war, right? They were trying to be the good allies. They were trying to be good little allies. Spain got hit with its worst terrorist attack in its history because of that, like 1 year later. And no one in the United States knows about it because you guys don't care when other countries get hit by terrorist attacks, thanks to the United States. Also, then the UK got hit with theirs, 7/7. Ours was 11M, 11th of March. So, a few days ago. And then the UK got hit 7/7. Which group did March 11th? It wasn't, so it was like an Al-Qaeda inspired Moroccan separatist group, basically. But part of the issue, and this you won't find a source on, I found this out. Oh my God. I found this out one morning, like 2 years ago. A former intelligence officer gave an interview on Morning Joe. And that terrible fucking show? It was like 7 a.m., 6 or 7 a.m. It was on a Tuesday, I remember. And they were giving this interview, and I was like half listening in the background. And they talked about the importance of like intelligence and whatnot. And they talked about when, what's his face? Colin Powell went into the UN and lied about weapons of mass destruction. However, in that presentation, he did use some real intelligence reports. He like revealed some document or some piece of intelligence or whatever that revealed the identities of some operatives like involved in the Middle East or involved, I'm not sure where. And as a result, those operatives were killed. And they were like, and as a result of that, those operatives would have known about 11M, but because they weren't in place, they missed the intelligence and 11M happened. And I was like, hold on. I heard this and I was like, what the actual fuck? And I went and I was like, okay, I'll find like a clip of this afterwards. You know what I mean? Like I was thinking about it and I like texted my mom and I was like, or I was like looking it up. I was like, this isn't public knowledge. Like I've never heard this before. And I was like looking it up and I like reached out to my mom and I was like, do you know this thing? Have you heard this? Blah, 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 whatever. Everyone was like, no, what are you like a nighttime TV host? Wait, what? Wait, why? What does that mean? So anyway, I was like, I tried like rewinding on my TV to try to like film it. And it was like, basically in my research, it had gone too long and I couldn't rewind back to like see it. So I was like, all right, I'll find the clip. When they uploaded the episode, or at least the clips of the episode, they didn't upload that clip. I tried finding an archived version of the show. I have never been able to locate any archived version of this former intelligence official saying this on Morning Joe. And I think that they accidentally revealed some like still classified information because that has never been reported anywhere. Oh, you don't know who he is? Yeah, Secretary of State during Bush. He's the guy who lied to the UN and said that there was weapons of mass destruction. Was it? Oh, I don't know. He had some position in the fucking. He had some position in the administration. I don't even remember what thing. How do I know operatives were killed? I'm saying that I'm saying that a former intelligence officer said as much on Morning Joe one day. They said something about operatives were killed as a result of Colin Powell's like basically revealing some, in his bullshit, like he did use some real intelligence and like revealed and like operatives were exposed, they were killed, or maybe either exposed or removed. Either they were killed or removed. But basically, the point was they couldn't be in place. They weren't in place, and that's why basically there was an intelligence failure that resulted in 11M, which was the worst terror attack on in European soil at that point, and in Spain's history. So, and I tried to Joint Chief of Staff, is that what he was? Okay. Yeah, I forgot what his like position was, but he was, Bush administration. It was a she, I believe. I tried to find it, Melinda. I'm telling you, I spent hours trying to track this down and I couldn't find it. I might have the date written down somewhere of what the episode was. Maybe I could find an archived version now, but like, they uploaded clips from that episode. They just didn't upload that interview. I think that person accidentally like said too much, basically. They've already spiked Clint. 89% of votes in. Yeah. She's most likely not going to win. I know, Melinda. I tried at the time. It was just like, yeah. Anyway. So yes, Spain has been attacked, right? And on the mainland and whatever, thanks to the United States twice, apparently, like thanks to them, like 2 levels of it. But, all this to say, okay, but what I was leading up to is that like all that, as if that wasn't enough, right? For Spain or the U.S. to play nice with Spain, then why again, all of this is based on, Trump basically suggesting that Spain should be kicked out of NATO. And I was going to like make a video basically being, this shows that he either has no idea how anything works or is being controlled by Russia, because that only fucking helps Russia. I think it's both. But in addition to all of that, like obvious logistical shit, Spain is also the location of some a pretty serious CIA station. At least one, most likely 2. There was one in Barcelona at one point that was like revealed a couple years back, during like JFK's time, I think, like that, or something like that. But yeah, there's a pretty significant CIA station under the U.S. Embassy, and it's Spain is like where. I think it's called like AFRICOM. It's like CENTCOM, but whatever. It's like a command center for like a lot of their like African operations and stuff. Not just like European. They basically like in Europe, it's both Germany and Spain are like their two sort of like big kind of command centers and stuff. But for Africa, it's Spain.
A little more production value.
Whoa! I moved my production over here today.
What's that?
I moved my production over here today.
Oh, I saw, yeah. I was watching.
Okay. AFRICOM. Thank you, Marissa. And also, Marissa, correct me if I'm wrong on anything like this. You know what I mean? But yeah, major CIA. I hope I'm not. I don't think I am. I'm not. Here's the trick, guys. Under every U.S. embassy, there's a fucking, or in the embassy, there's a CIA station. And in Madrid, I have been led to believe that it's underneath. But also, so like speaking of shitty allies, a couple of years ago, like 2022, 2023, Spain caught 2 fucking CIA officers spying on it. And Spain was like, the fuck? And it was under Biden, but the station chief in Madrid was like, these 2 guys were hired for a project that began before my tenure, like this, the ambassador. So the ambassadors tend to change with each president. And so the ambassador who was there was like, I swear to God, these guys were hired during a project before my time. It was brought before the start of the Biden administration, so Trump. And they were like working on something like a completely separate project that I was on. I had no idea what they were up to. So basically someone under Trump during his first term sent a couple of fucking spies to spy on Spain. And Spain was literally like, we're allies. Like, if you wanted information, we would have fucking given it to you. Like, we tell you guys everything anyway. Spain was largely like, what the fuck, dude? Like, we're allies. Like, we are very welcoming to you guys. We let you have like a whole ass fucking naval port and base and da-da-da-da. And you got this giant CIA operation under, in the midst of our fucking city. You got, you're running Africa, all your Africa shit from here. Anything you ask for, we give you. And you're fucking spying on us? Anyway. Allies spy on each other all the time? Sure, to like a certain extent. It was still like fucked up, dude. Like, yeah, but also, whatever. It's still shitty. Like, you still, not if you don't get caught doing it unless you want them to be pissed. But also, it's interesting that it wasn't like, I think there's like a certain degree of like spying on your allies that's like the norm, right? It's like somewhat the norm. This seemed like this like special, like separate thing that had been set up under Trump that even Biden's ambassador like was like, actually, that's like separate from the thing. Maybe she lied, you know what I mean? But whatever. Okay, Limestone. But the, didn't we do that to Germany under Obama? Did we get caught? I don't fucking know. That's not true, Limestone. Thank you. So, yeah, anyway, all this shit, the U.S. gets a lot from Spain, and Spain gets a lot less in return from the U.S. And so, Hence when Trump was like, maybe we gotta get rid of Spain, maybe NATO, Spain, blah blah blah. I kind of wanted to do a video that was like, go ahead, go ahead. It's fucking stupid, dude. That shows how fucking uneducated you are, Limestone. It is, Marissa. It is. Agreed. Which is why, like, I kind of wanted to, like, I wanted to make a video basically saying what I just said. I'm just gonna basically record myself saying all the same stuff. A little bit more prepped, you know. I'm just gonna have like a list of bullet points so I remember. I'm not just like, oh yeah, and this. But I basically just want to explain that whole thing. But also, like, in that, you know, he's weakening. He's like all of this fucks up his, like, the United States relationship with NATO. And like that helps Russia. Obviously they're now funding Russia's war in Ukraine. Hey. They do, don't they? I don't know what curveball is. Megan. Yeah, Clint. I mean, I'm not religious, and it's disgusting to me too. The ice detaining? Which part? Buenas noches. Acabo de pasar una hora hablando sobre España. Y hablando de cuánto dependen los americanos de España. You should watch the video, Daryl, because that's not what my video says. I was correcting misinformation. They're not. It was a lie. That person lied. That was misinformation. Watch my video. I explain exactly what the thing is that they're claiming says that. I agree, Clint. There's a benefit to Russia having the U.S. in conflict with Iran because now the sanctions are lifted. Well, firstly, this is exhausting American fucking weapons and shit. I mean, unless I'm super mistaken about that. But it's not only is it like using up U.S. like weapons and whatnot, but like missiles and all that kind of shit. It's also wasting our fucking money. Like, all of our money is just like being like fucking exploded in Iran right now, literally. Just
have you seen that ticker for all the bombs or all the missiles that are launching, and they're just like the dollar amount?
Jesus, no, I haven't.
It's so crazy.
God, I have to see that. And also, I mean, on top of that, like, all our money now, like, with like oil going up in price and stuff, like, it's just everything is more expensive for us. It's gonna drain us of all our fucking everything. Yeah, now exactly. Yes, they're less now, but not gone. Sure, but now that's millions of dollars that's going to Russia that's going to be basically fueling the war in Ukraine. And, you know, it and Iran are allies, so it's not like beyond the realm of possibility that Iran will benefit a little bit.
Guardians is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell.
Yeah, Cat is most likely going to lose. I think we're waiting on like the last few thousand. But yeah.
The Democrat is gonna lose.
It's a primary. They're all Democrats. Cat is the progressive.
Progressive.
Yeah.
Who's the front runner?
Daniel Bliss.
Thoughts?
He's older. He is still progressive. Like, it could be worse. It could be worse. You know, she's my fave. She's every progressive's fave. But
Iowa like a famous state for elections? The Iowa caucus. What is that from?
because they have the first caucus, basically. So they're basically the first state that has, you know, like, the caucus is like it's a type of primary sort of thing. It's not really a primary, but do you know what a caucus is?
You know, I want to say yes, but I would be kind of lying.
It's basically like a primary, but like I don't know if by definition it's in person. Iowa caucuses are crazy. You should look up like a video. It's like physically, everyone like shows up and like physically has to like stand in a place for their candidate, and you have like 30 minutes or something to like convince people to like join your side. So people are like running around yelling stuff. Da da da. It's like a whole thing. But it's like the first state to have that. So it's like one of the defining. It's like where the campaigns really kick off, essentially, or not.
But that's like that only happens for the presidential campaign.
Yeah. Yes. Good Trouble is on vacation. Hi, Marlo. You guys are stuck with me now. I'm sure. I think someone said he might be live tonight. I don't know. I don't know.
And tonight, the Attorney General of the United States is under subpoena. The Washington Post reports the House Oversight Committee has subpoenaed Attorney General.
You see Pam Bonnie's is subpoenaed?
Yeah, I saw that headline.
Deceased sex offender
It's girls' night? Oh, yeah.
April 14th. If Bondi honors the subpoena, she would face committee members' questions in a closed-door session that could turn contentious given the volatile nature of the Epstein case. Bondi demonstrated willingness to engage with lawmakers in verbal combat. A Justice Department official
Oh, they didn't give me a consommé.
Oh, no.
What the hell?
Oh, did you get one of the soda? Oh, you did.
Are the nachos good?
Yeah. There. I feel like they did travel better the last time, but it's still pretty good.
They should just
Rocana.
pack it separately.
I agree. Next time we should ask that. I did, Desi. Did I tell you Philippe Be Better is back? I think I did.
Yeah, you did. Are you blocked?
Not on the new account.
Do you have anything to cancel him 2.0?
I'm not trying to do that, but he's just full of shit. He's so fucking annoying. I will be when I get off live. Oh. Blocked? If only. These nachos have lost their structural integrity. Rokana is talking to Lawrence O'Donnell. Oh, I forgot that there's queso here. Did I tell Philippe about the foot stuff yet?
What?
Where's there to tell him? Exactly. Do you want to come up, Marissa? I feel like you never come up here.
What foot stuff?
People were talking about foot stuff on... Oh, try the thing. Will you slap my foot?
Hold on, I'm eating.
He's eating. Is that what you mean?
I remember the foot slap thing.
Yeah.
That was on
GT's live.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Wait, speak? Oh, it didn't let you up? There we go. Hi, Marissa. GT's foot stuff, exactly. Foot slapping. No, I did not. But he was listening, I guess. Where's that? Can I have some of this?
Yeah.
Do you want some of this? You sharing this?
Oh, I got a large.
The foot slapping.
It's doing my skincare.
What's your skincare?
Oh, you know, I have like 70 products.
Yeah. That makes sense.
It's actually just the same lotion that I put on the rest of my body.
Really?
Can't be bothered. Yeah, I don't know. I see all the fun stuff and I want to try it, but when you get more than 2 steps, I can't. I lose focus, you know.
I agree. I used to do, during the pandemic, I got a little bit like into the skincare thing because we were all bored and going crazy. But I got to the point where I was like, yeah, same thing. So now it's just 2 steps for me, and that's fine. It's fine. It's perfect.
I did add a toner. I feel like that's, you know, that's good, right?
That is good.
And then I just put body lotion on my face. You know, whatever.
It's got to do the same thing, honestly. I just do like an eye cream and a moisturizer, basically. I have all the other stuff, so like if I'm ever feeling some sort of way, I can do it. Excuse you.
If you feel a little motivated one night.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm a fancy. I'm a be so fancy.
There are so many nights that I spend too long in the shower, and I don't know if you've done this, but like you've been in the shower so long that you're like tired when you get out.
Yeah.
And I just won't put lotion on at all. Just go to bed, and then I wake up with like really dry
I
skin.
don't do. Yeah, she was in Chicago with us. I don't do body lotion. I should. I always forget. Yeah, Kat Abugazales, she's the progressive that we all wanted to win. And she was there. She was part of the.
I have eczema, sadly.
Yeah. Oh, you have eczema. Oh.
Yeah.
You want to come up, Riz, or you just want nachos? You're not getting these nachos, dude. One sec. I'm going to get a straw. Oh, boy. That's sad. It seems so... Like she might have... I don't know. It seemed almost like she was going to win.
Oh my God, Lysandra was live? Did I miss it? Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no. Well, that's really unfortunate.
Who's doing
Yeah,
Pam?
Lysandra was live, I guess.
Oh, I saw she was live earlier. She was doing Pam Bondi.
I wasn't paying attention. That's funny.
Yeah. It was a couple hours ago, though.
Oh.
Yeah. Was turnout better? I don't know. What is turnout usually? Yes, I agree. We need more people turning out for the primaries. She just ended. It is annoying. Someone said that Mike something was the other progressive. Mike Simmons. Damn. If everyone who had voted for Mike Simmons had voted instead for Kat, she would have won. She would have won.
Was Kat the candidate who, God, there was that video not too long ago that ICE grabbed a candidate and, like, slammed her on the ground?
Yes.
Was that her?
Yeah. I think so. I mean, she was arrested by ICE. She was detained by ICE. I think that might be her. Yeah, that's her.
Or maybe that was the Arizona rep that I was thinking of. No, that was her. Yeah, that was her.
Yeah.
The Arizona rep, too, got, like, shoved by ICE.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Adelita Grijalva. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. She was, Kat Bugazale was one of the candidates that was on stage with GT and Lysandra in Chicago. Remember that whole thing?
Oh, don't tell them, but I did not keep up with their Chicago thing.
I was there too, but I didn't go on stage. Just because...
I sort of clocked out for a few days.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. It was like part of it was like a fundraiser. And I was there, but like, I didn't end up on stage because they couldn't tell me what was happening on stage. And I had found out it was like a fundraiser. And I was like, if you can't tell me what I'm doing on stage to fundraise for politicians that like not all of them, you know, whatever. I was like, I can't say yes to something that I don't understand, you know. That's just like, whatever. And I was going to be doing...
That makes sense.
That was the thing that I was like, I was supposed to do like a talk or, yes, like I was supposed to give like a little speech and then do like a panel that like that weirdo that sent GT like a video of him basically like completely dropped the ball on and just like it didn't fucking happen. So basically they flew me out to Chicago for no reason, which was annoying. It was very frustrating. Oh, yes. So many.
You didn't have to pay for anything, though, right? Like, it was all paid for?
Yeah, luckily. But it was like, it was so frustrating because it was like, I was getting to that point. I was already like burning out. I was like really teetering on burnout and like didn't have time to do, like, I just didn't have time. And like, and that's always like constant battle right now, you know, like needing time. And it just felt like this, like I was really, really frustrated because I was like, I don't have time for fucking bullshit. Like, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice to hang out with, like, Lysandra and GT. Like, we had fun, and it was good, you know. That was all. That was nice. That was fun. But it was very frustrating in that sense. Like,
I missed you guys on live listening to that. I missed all of it. The video that he sent.
Oh, you did? Oh, no.
Yeah, I had to go to bed early, damn it.
Oh, no. You should ask him to send you a video.
He'd have to respond to a DM first.
Oh, God. Well, the next time...
I get one every now and then.
Yeah. Don't worry, he doesn't answer my texts either.
I wonder if he's anyone's emergency contact.
I hope not.
I feel like that would be a really bad idea.
That would be, yeah. How old is my try? She's 11. It's in the, oh yeah, it's in the Discord. Yeah, you can see the video there on the Discord.
Really? Like the whole video?
Yeah.
All right.
Because ultimately he didn't play it on the live. Like, I watched it and gave the facial reactions for him, and then you decided to watch it, but not on TikTok. It was like just in the Discord with like subscribers or whatever, and like he dropped it in the chat, and then he like went live on Discord or whatever. It was funny.
Oh, how did I just remember waking up, there was all this stuff, and I was like, what's going on? And then somebody mentioned the video.
Yeah.
Haven't seen it. I'll have to go look for
You
it.
should.
That's crazy.
You should. It was crazy. It was funny. It was crazy. So say hi.
I love your dog.
Thank you. I love her.
That's a King Charles Spaniel. Is that what they are, right?
Yeah, Cavalier King
Cocker
Charles.
Spaniel?
Cavalier.
Yeah.
The Cocker Spaniels are like bigger, a little bit bigger, but they're
Oh, okay.
pretty similar. Sure. How'd that go? I saw your response. What response?
Senator, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Now, normally in the United States Senate, when you get to that vote today, and they fail
She.
to get 60
She's a she,
votes
guys.
on that first procedural vote,
She's a pink lady.
that's the end of it. Everyone just walks off the floor and says, well, that can't pass.
Oh god. Senate begins marathon debate on Trump-backed SAVE Act. Do we think they'll get a fucking vote on it? I was contacted today by an organization that was like, hey man, like, can we like pay you to make a SAVE Act video? Disclosed everything, you know what I mean? And I was like, yeah, like I answered literally like immediately. I was like, fuck yeah. Like, because I was like, I was gonna make a SAVE Act video anyway. I've already made a couple. But now I'm worried because it was like, okay, cool, like this would be the schedule, you know, you'll like write the thing and then we'll approve by this day and then you'll post like Monday or Tuesday. And like in my head, I was like, I feel like it will either have died in the Senate by that point or not, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. Like I thought it was going to be this
Really? You
week.
think so?
Maybe not. I don't know. They've begun
terrifying.
the debate. Senate began the debate. Like marathon
That's
debate. It feels
terrifying.
like it's gonna be voted on like tomorrow or something.
Oh,
I don't know.
God.
Maybe not. I don't think it's not gonna.
Every time something is about to happen that's like really big and bad, you know, like for example, the election, right?
Yeah.
I went to bed early that night and like turned my phone off because I was like, I cannot see what the outcome of this is. And then you know. And so this is going to be the same thing. If they're voting on it tomorrow, I have to turn my phone off because
I don't think it's gonna pass. If that makes you feel better. 2 Republicans
I hope
came
it
out
doesn't pass.
said that they would be against it.
I hope so. Some of them say stuff, talk big, and then sort of
Yeah, that's true.
collapse under pressure.
We'll see.
Although
Yeah,
every
that's
now and then I get a little shred of like hope, because you know, I work at a federal, like in a federal position, and so we can't do politics when we're at work, which is fine. But every now and then someone will come in, like not an employee, but like someone will come in, and like today this guy had a shirt on that said "I'll trade racists for refugees," and I was like, oh, period.
That's good.
Period. You know.
Yeah. That's good.
So you get a little shred of hope every now and then, but
MAGA GOP House has said they will not let any votes until the Senate returns the bill they pass. Okay, fine. They pass shitty laws anyway. Who cares? Go fuck yourself. God, I fucking hate MAGA, dude. Everything they do is just so fucking terrible. Yeah. But anyway, I would like to get paid to make a video that I was going to make anyway. That would be nice. That was actually, so the video was like working
honestly, you should do it anyway.
Oh, I'm going to. But if I can get paid for it, if I
Get
do it
paid anyway.
before they like agree to it, then I'm doing it for free. It is, Desi. It is tamarind. Aguas frescas. Get the money.
You got to get them to sign it, right? Like agree to pay you, and then make it. And then even if the bill dies before you post the video, like they still have to pay you, and you can still make it.
I have to say, guys, I'll like offer I was thinking maybe today I'll be like, hey man, things are moving quick. You sure? I can turn this script around now. Thank you, Liberia. GOP is so incapable of leading. Yeah. No, they're capable of it, Milan. That's the problem. But this is what happens with leadership, with GOP leadership. This isn't. They're not bumbling idiots. This is. They have wanted to destroy this country from day one, and they will continue trying to. Like once Trump is gone, they will continue. They will keep this up. They'll pretend it's something else, but they'll keep it up. They're literally actively working on destroying the USPS. They're trying to destroy the US fucking PS. They're trying to destroy, our elections. They're trying to destroy, they destroyed our economy. They're destroying everything. Why do they want to destroy it? Because they benefit, dude. They benefit. Their only trick is tearing things down and then being like, see, that doesn't work. Privatize it. And then making a fuck ton of money off of it. That's it. It's just, and if not them, then they're buddies, basically.
Senator Alex Padilla, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, they're going to push to privatize TSA. They're going to push to privatize, they're pushing to privatize the USPS, Postal Service, even though it's in our fucking Constitution, mind you.
They want to take us back to when, like, corporations used to be allowed to put chalk in rotten milk to sell it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're poisoning us. They're destroying our like clean water and stuff. Our food safety.
Which I think, and this is definitely showing my naive sort of, I don't know, American exceptionalism maybe.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't understand why they want to do this stuff. I guess, I don't know, it's been explained to me a few times and I don't get it. Like, a healthy, well-educated workforce statistically produces more. It's like, why do you want to tear everything down and make people unhealthy and give them dirty water and and make them sick? They can't produce for you as much if they're not healthy and educated.
They don't consider us the economy, which is crazy. Like, there's this guy, that was another video that I was thinking of doing, like, God, there's so many videos I would like to do and just don't. This clip, let me see if I can find it. Someone said it today. Here.
We don't mind.
No. It was. Here.
But the fact is that the U.S. economy is fundamentally sound, and that if it were to be extended, it wouldn't really disrupt the U.S. economy very much at all. It would hurt consumers, and we'd have to think about, if that continued, what we would have to do about that. But that's like really the last of our concerns right now, because we're very confident that this thing is going ahead of schedule. But the fact is that the U.S. economy is fundamentally sound.
It's going to hurt consumers. He's talking about Iran, right? Like, it's not going to hurt the U.S. economy. It's going to hurt consumers, but that's, like, the least of our worries, right? The economy is the consumers. And your labor, which happens to be the consumers, right? They, for some fucking reason, and this part, like, might just be that they're stupid. It might just be that they're stupid. But part of it is, like, they just don't consider us the economy, even though we are the entire economy. But we have, like, there's been this shift in where the money sits versus the value, and it's kind of been completely, like, displaced, right? Like, it's become so top heavy in terms of, like, the capital and all the actual value, all the labor, all the, materials maybe less, but all the fucking labor, all the consumers and whatnot, like the stuff that actually cycles the money through the economy, that is the economy. It's like, they're just, I don't know. They don't consider us the economy. We are the economy. We are the economy. And what they don't, I don't know. I don't know if they're fucking stupid or if they understand what they're doing perfectly. a lot of people unfortunately think the economy is just like, is there more money in the system or whatever? Like, oh, and if like a billionaire is doing well, making more money, cool. Well, that's because the economy's doing well. The economy is like the flow of money, and it needs it going in multiple directions. If all of the money is like flowing in one direction and then landing and coming to a standstill in one place, that is the economy becoming in many ways weaker and weaker, because the economy needs flow. That is what a strong economy is. It's just nuts. Yeah, speed run to the end.
I don't know. I don't know. I struggle. Like, what is their end goal, right? Like, okay, so they get all the money, right? Like the billionaires get all the money. None of us have anything. Like, what then? What's the goal? What happens? You know? Or
It's
like,
just, yeah,
these people that, when we talk about MAGA and like they want to basically disband everything. Like, okay, we've taken apart all the regulations, everything. Like, now what?
yeah.
Like, what happens next? Or like, what do you, like, people, they think that that regulations are because the government loves to control things. The government hates rules and regulations, but they have to do it. Like,
Yeah.
they have to. People
Regulations are written in
OSHA
blood.
was written in blood.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I mean, it's,
Jinx.
yeah. When I like used to fucking
Yeah.
debate MAGA all the time, like I'd be like, oh, okay, so you want, like, a lot of them would have kids, right? And be like, cool. So you're cool with me putting poison in your child's food? It's like no. Okay, cool. Are you okay with this company putting poison in your child's food? No. Well, we're not gonna do this. Like, well, that's what they did before they were regulated into not being allowed to do that. And like, no matter what, you can like
Right.
pull up an example of like, oh yeah, okay, well, without a regulation, this, like, fucking arsenic or something. There's either arsenic or cyanide in like children's food a while back, and it was like, cool. So you want, okay. And like, and I was like, you want it to be, so people would be like, no regulations. I'd be like, cool. Let's say I set up a fucking bakery, right? Or like just a bake sale. And I sold you a cupcake that I filled with fucking poison. Like, do you agree that I should be allowed to do that? And they'd be like, no, obviously not. They'd be like, okay, but the poison is cheaper. The poison tastes really good, but it's cheaper than the alternative, than like sugar or whatever. Let's say it's antifreeze, because antifreeze is supposed to be sweet. Like, I'm just putting in there because it's a cheap and tasty option. And with zero regulations, I'm allowed to do that. Like, I'm not trying to kill you, but it's like the best thing. And like, you're cool with me poisoning you. And it was just like, I don't know. They just don't seem to fucking understand that. I don't know. It's just fucking, they're so stupid. They're so stupid.
I know. And like, what they call them, like the radium girls or whatever?
Yeah.
Like the women that had to paint those watch faces with literal radiation.
And
then most of them died before it even made it out of court for the company to like not be allowed to poison their employees with radiation.
Yeah. I mean, we're seeing with Teflon and stuff, all the people who got poisoned like just a few years ago. Was it DuPont? Chemical?
Asbestos. The freaking asbestos in our fucking walls. And the lead in our paint.
PFAs.
All right.
PFAS. Well, PFAS is still there. And guess what? It's still
Yeah.
gonna be in there. Hi. Are you bored?
I just find it exhausting. And this just is probably a literacy barrier that I just can't grasp why this is what they've chosen to get behind. I don't know. Like the end goal of this, obviously, it only benefits a couple people, like the rest of us die, but like then what happens? Y'all gonna start working for each other?
Yeah, right. I mean, that's the
Who's left to
solution is
produce?
eventually going to be that where we're going to all, when everything collapses, it's going to be like, well, we got to create our own, like, a brand new economy, right?
If it could just hurry up, I'd like to, like, maybe the second half of my life not have to live in like these insane historical world events, these catastrophes. You know?
Yeah. I thought we were supposed to be like doing fun stuff with our life at some point.
I'd like to be able to just go to the doctor.
Hey, stop spamming.
And not think about like what's the bill gonna be.
For a lot of reasons, even if he just resigned in protest about the war. But Stephanie, it's so much bigger because in that resignation letter, Joe Kent, the director of the National Counterterrorism Center, confirmed.
Yeah, I would love some precedented time. Well, yeah. Some precedented times, but I'm also like, you know what? But the precedent got us here. So partially I'm like, let's do it better though. Like let's do it different. Let's do it a little different.
No, and listen, I am somewhat resilient, okay? I'm down to put up a fight, but like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like a margarita by the pool would just be, that'd be cool too. That would be nice.
Yeah. And the crazy thing is too, I feel like I can't help but feel that even if everything went back to normal tomorrow, right? And normal being like better than normal. Let's say like back to the 90s, right? Cuz 90s like things, capitalism was like, that's like when capitalism peaked in terms of like benefiting just normal everyday people, right? Like the things were kind of like going well for everyone. Most people were like reaping the benefit. It's here. Reaping the benefits is that, for example, you know, whatever. That's what people will say. Let's just say, yeah. Okay, MQ, you're kind of getting to what I was going to say. Maybe a wee break to regulate our nervous systems. So I can't help but feel like if everything were to be fixed and just like all of a sudden be calm and fine and great tomorrow, all of a sudden we had universal health care, whatever, everything's great. I feel like we would very quickly devolve into some not good times because I think our nervous systems would be so, like, I think a significant number of people are going to come out of this with it like some form of PTSD just from having our nervous systems like super like elevated, you know what I mean, with like just being at a high level of stress the way we are for an extended period of time, like that can result in like complex PTSD, right? That can result in like it's not the same as going to war, obviously. I'm not trying to like diminish that, but that can result in like really like an actual trauma and like actual nervous system issues. And so, yeah,
well,
we would always be waiting for
babe,
yeah.
That's why they make SSRIs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're like, I'm fine. But I feel like there's enough people that are going to come out of this, if there is an other side to this, to coming out of it, that will be so dysregulated that in times of peace and everything going well, those brains will be looking for so much shit, they will be stirring shit. You know what I mean? Like there's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure. And like the thing too, that people don't realize either is like trauma lasts, I think, if I remember this genetic study correctly, it's 4 generations that trauma will show effects on the body. So like you pass your trauma down to your children and to their children. Because I don't know how many people know this, but like when your mom was an egg in her mom, your egg was already formed. And so all of the things that your mom experienced as an egg and then like as a person are things that like your body feels the effects of too. And so all of this obviously is going to carry like what we're going through now will, like anyone who's having children, not me, their children will feel it as well, and like their children. And so it's insanely complex and definitely has quite a bit of reach.
Yeah. But that's also assuming we're going to be around for another 6 generations.
Yeah, I think I will be quite surprised. I won't even be here to find out, but let's say I could look into the future. I would be so surprised if humans made it as a species 1 million years.
Yeah. Oh, we're not. million? Not a fucking chance.
Which is crazy when you think about how the dinosaurs were here for like hundreds of millions. I'm like, man, we've been here for like 300,000 years and we already
give
have
us half an
nukes.
eon and we fuck it up.
We will destroy ourselves.
God.
We don't have to, unlike the dinosaurs, we don't need to wait for an asteroid, okay?
No, we'll microwave
We'll make it.
ourselves. Thank you very much. Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, I feel like even like 100,000 is. I don't think we'd get there. I mean, we're talking like the fucking oceans are gonna boil soon. You know what I mean? They're gonna hit like boiling.
Yeah, hey, look, we've made it 300K, all right? That's a pretty good stretch. That's,
God.
It's not bad. Actually, in terms of like species and then the mass extinction events, 300,000 is kind of sad.
It really is. It's like the ultimate participation trophy. Like, we get to fucking, oh god.
Which is crazy to think about because we are, at this point, as far as we know, the only species capable of like the universe experiencing itself. It's like when we eliminate ourselves, there is likely nobody else that's going to be able to explore the way that we have. And that's so sad to me.
Yeah.
We're not even going to get to Mars, guys.
That's so really sad. Yeah, we didn't even get to our whole solar system. That's pathetic. That's so fucking
at least we got to the moon, I guess.
Thank God. But that's technically like, that's sort of like still, I mean, it's still our atmosphere, right? Basically. Well,
yeah.
Well,
it's in the magnetic field. Yeah.
Yeah, it's our
So it's at least within our magnetic field, yeah.
It's our orbit, let's say.
Yeah. It's our little satellite, our natural satellite. Basically, it doesn't count. I wanted us to be on Saturn by now, okay?
Why
before
Saturn
extinction.
Specifically?
Well, I really like Saturn. I think it's so pretty.
It is pretty. I like Neptune also.
Oh, Neptune. Neptune's
like the big
gorgeous.
Spot.
My favorite planet of all time is Pluto. And before you say Pluto's not a planet,
I know.
Pluto is absolutely. We give her flowers. They were so quick to cut her off, and then New Horizons sent us the pictures, and they were like, "Oh, whoops."
300,000 years of humans on Earth, and that's all it takes for Pluto to not be a planet anymore.
Right? Fucked
God,
up.
she's been
and
here
then
for
the
fucking
worst part is we'll
millennia.
never be able to see her in our lifetime again because it takes 250 something years, right, for it to go around the sun.
Yeah.
And so when New Horizons got the picture, that was like the last time we were ever gonna see Pluto in our lifetime.
Damn.
And they're just like, yeah, not a planet. Okay, bye.
Really? I didn't know that part. They took a photo and they were like, swipe right, swipe left.
Well, they said they
ghosted
took
her?
away Pluto's planetary status before New Horizons.
Oh,
and so
okay.
then we shot New Horizons out and it was going to take 9 years. And they're like, yeah, no, Pluto's not a planet. And then all these incredible pictures came back that showed that like this was not just like a planet, but like a living planet. And they were like, oh, dwarf planet. It's a dwarf planet. Like Pluto has likely oceans under its surface and like real geology. And they're just like, meh.
Fucking did her dirty. I was Pluto in a play in 2nd grade once.
Aww.
Back when she was a planet. It was like a few years after that she was not a planet, and I was like,
It was, people protested. I saw pictures.
Really?
People were, yeah, I watched this thing about New Horizons, and there were like people protesting in the streets because they were upset that Pluto's planetary status was taken.
I love that. Bring back the days where that was the worst thing happening. That was the one thing people were taking to the streets for. God. Neil deGrasse Tyson's ears are ringing. Is he pro Pluto as a planet or anti?
No, he doesn't believe Pluto's a planet. But like I do. And here's what I want to say about that. All right. Neil deGrasse Tyson, Professor Brian Cox says that it is a planet, and he's an actual practicing physicist. So I think I'm going to defer to that. You know what I mean?
What's his fucking reasoning? we're the bosses. Like, we get to say if it's a planet or not. And we did say it was a planet. So, like,
I think Neil sometimes just likes to be problematic.
I agree.
You know?
Neil
Just for
got
the
a
fun
taste
of
of virality and won't let it go.
it. He's brilliant. Don't get me wrong. I love listening to Star Talk. He has like brilliant people on there all the time. But he pisses me off, low-key. The things he says.
Yeah, no, he's a dick.
And he's super
famously.
argumentative. He'll
Yeah.
bring these brilliant physicists or engineers or whomever on his show and then just interrupt them and argue with them the whole time. And I'm like, just let them speak.
Yeah. Yeah. You also enjoy Star Talk. Speaking of which, I still need a podcast name.
You're going to be telling, talking facts on there? Debunking myths?
Debunking myths? Well, I think I'm going to do, I don't know. I feel like there's like a few things I want to do, but I want to do like basically this little talk that I gave about how the US sucks as a fucking ally. That was basically like I just want to like sit and talk about that and just like film it. And you know, I'll have notes so it's not quite as like, you know, stumbling through it, but basically just like naturally just like talk about a subject and just like take however long it takes without worrying about like editing it down, because that takes me hours, and just post that. You know what I mean?
Milan? Is that Milan?
Yeah,
Was he got where I was gonna go. I was make a Mythbusters joke. I was gonna be, you should call yourself the Mythbuster.
Yeah.
Somebody else commented BP spills facts, and that is hilarious.
BP spills
That
facts.
is so funny.
GT's live. Didn't even come say hi to us.
I know, he didn't even jump in and say hello.
He's above joining my live stream.
I've seen that. He came in here one time and was like, man, can't join, and then just left immediately.
Yeah.
Not
He's done
even
that,
an
like,
effort.
Twice. He did once where he like asked a question, and as soon as I answered it, he was like already gone. I was like, brother, you are not above this. You are not above this. You may think you're above this. You are not above this. Thank you, Rizzo.
Yeah, once in a while, it's okay to come slum it with your friends.
Right?
God.
Whatever.
We don't all have to go in your live, okay?
Exactly. Thank you, Rizzo.
I'm just kidding. It's all jokes.
But just watch. My numbers will drop. It always happens. When GT goes live, everyone just jumps ship. Go on, guys. I get it. It's fine. It's fine. Intel chiefs to testify on Capitol Hill amid Iran war. Intel chiefs. I gotta find that fucking intelligence officer person who said that shit. I've tried a couple times over the years and can't find her.
For what? Oh, that clip you were talking about?
Yeah.
It has to be somewhere on the internet. Somebody has to have it. Like on their DVR or whatever.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I feel like this was recent enough that no one had a DVR. Also, who the fuck like tapes Morning Joe? In all
My
fairness.
uncle.
Really?
Yeah, he DVR'd everything like that.
Is he alive?
Yeah, we're not friends though.
Oh. I was gonna say,
Yeah, he sucks.
Does he DVR Morning Joe every morning? Could he maybe have a recording of this?
From 15 years ago?
Not 15.
Oh, it'd be.
It's like 2 or
Wait.
3.
I thought you were talking about the Bush thing.
No, it was the Bush thing, but it was someone talking about it on TV like 2 or 3 years ago.
Oh.
You
He
know what I'm
probably
talking
would have it.
Do you have someone who is friends with him?
You know what? I'll ask my mom. She's friends with my aunt.
Okay, let me see if I can find. Yeah, I wrote it down. Morning Joe, Tuesday, August 23rd, question mark, 2022.
Okay. Send it to me in a DM. I'll ask my mom when I see her again.
Okay, it would be like that week, basically. Wayback Machine has everything. No, this was like on TV. And they never posted the clip. That's what. So the problem was, I was keeping an eye out. I was trying to find the clip, and they didn't post the clip. And I think it's because this person literally like divulged technically classified information, and might have like realized after the fact, like, shit, I fucked up. It might have been like, hey, don't share that, don't like post it or whatever.
I wonder if it became an email, like a DoD email.
Ooh.
Like, hey, don't share classified information, you dummies.
Yeah. But I can't imagine anyone was actually watching. You know, it was like early enough in the morning.
Well,
and
you
no
were
one
watching.
I was watching. Well, I was listening to it, but it was because I had been up all night. You know what I mean? It was like I was writing. I was like back when I wrote or something. But like of all the people that could have been listening, I don't think anyone who was listening would have like noticed that. But it just so happened to be like a fucking Spaniard who was like
an investigative journalist.
Well, whatever that means. An investigative ADHD or you know.
An inquisitive investigative journalist.
Exactly. Inquisitive.
Yeah. I probably never would have thought twice about it, but you have the brain of somebody who's always thinking about that stuff. And you're like, wait a minute.
Thanks. I've got a brain. 93% of votes in. I guess there's no chance that she'll win.
And some amazing bangs, by the way.
Thank you. I gotta trim them.
I love them. How did you get rid of, like, your middle part?
What do you
mean?
mean?
They just sit there on your forehead. I have a nasty middle part, and so, like, my bangs just, like, they split right down the middle.
I mean, they sort of split down the middle. But I like them to split down the middle. Whenever, it's funny, because I never really realize this, but, like, sometimes I'll, if someone's taking a photo of me, I'll be like, are my bangs weird? They'll, like, walk up and, like, put my bangs straight across or whatever. And whenever I see the photo after, I'm like, no, I don't do that. I split them a little bit. But I will say, I recently started using, like, in the morning, because they're wonky half the time. This is very recent, started using, like, a round brush and, like, just, like, my hair dryer. And just, like, doing just, like, the round thing, you know? I don't do it perfectly, but it just, like, it kind of gives them, like, a nice round enough shape, cute, whatever, and it fixes whatever wonkiness. And then I just, and it takes 2 seconds, so.
I will, like, I have a, thermal round brush or whatever, where I'll just, like, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe what it is that I'm doing, but I wake up and I have basically a butt part on the top of my head where my bangs will not go, and like it's a crack right down the middle. And I either have to get them really, really wet and then fully blow dry and put a curler in or whatever.
Yeah.
Or I just kind of have to let it go. And so most of the time I just let it go.
Aww.
But I can only describe it as a butt part. I'm so serious.
So it's
like
just
a butt
split.
crack.
They're just going like that?
It's just like, it's like very aggressively split with like,
is it like
the part goes
like,
all the way to my forehead. Yes.
Yeah.
I can't get it to not do that.
Oh, sorry.
It's so bad.
You feel like yours swoop better when you round brush them back. Oh, yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that too. I'll do that sometimes.
Yeah.
But again, that freaking part in the middle.
That's funny.
And like, you know, I've worn my hair in a bun, a slick back middle part bun for like 5 years. And so then when you finally get bangs, your hair's like, nah, I don't know about that. So it's gonna be like 5 years of untraining. But seriously.
Yeah. There's like a way, I mean, yeah, people like train their hair to like lie place. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
I keep cutting more into the bangs. I'm like, I just need more bangs. There's not enough. And it just is getting worse.
No, don't do it.
Part just gets more butt crack like. It's so bad.
Well, yeah, well, because like the more you cut, the lighter it's going to be, which means the more susceptible to like the original, whatever direction it falls in. You know what I mean? Because like, Yeah, it'll be lighter and it'll be easier for the like the follicles to like direct it and stuff. It's gonna get worse. The more you cut, the shorter it gets, the more. Girl,
I've been finding that out as I keep cutting it. I'm like, no, please.
girl, put the scissors down.
Your AI summary tomorrow is gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be, yeah, butt parts.
Talking about Pluto's butt part.
Pluto's butt part. I love it. Oh god. Suavecito texturizing powder at the roots. Oh, there you go.
Oh. I had to try that. I'm desperate at this point. I get like 5 hours of good bangs, and then it's time to swoop them back. Because the butt part's coming.
Butt parts. Is it coming? I love that.
Anyway, I love your bangs. I think they look so pretty.
Yeah. I do have to trim them. I will trim them. Oh, look, it's this guy, Kevin Hassett. Being a dick. Ugh. Oh, yeah.
You could really, back to your podcast name, you could really go crazy with it. Like, one of my favorite podcasts is This Podcast Will Kill You.
What is that
It's
about?
great. It's an epidemiologist and a MD pathologist, and they just talk about, like, public health stuff. And they'll talk about, like, fun stories in history and, like, epidemiology and everything. But, like, that's a long podcast name. It's pretty popular. You have a lot of wiggle room.
I do. Well, also part of it, yes and no, because part of it is like I want to just upload it to YouTube under my like normal account, and this is like a dumb thing to worry about, but so like on there, like the titles, I'm like, if it's the title of a podcast, it has to be shorter. Because if I can't take up the entire YouTube title with whatever it is. Because, like, my history in under 10 videos, for example. But I guess I don't have to put it in the title. I could just, I don't know.
History in under 10 is kind of cool.
Well, that's
like
like
that.
a series
I'd listen to that
I have. You can, basically. It's not a podcast,
Well,
but you can listen to the videos.
I'm just
I guess.
saying. If you made it into a podcast, I would subscribe. I mean, I'm going to go subscribe and watch your videos anyway. But that's a great
Marissa.
name. I love history.
I do too. It's just those videos take so long. And whenever I'm like working on them, it's like so much else is going on in the world. And it's like, yeah. And no one watches those videos on YouTube. It's crazy. They're like the videos.
I'm going to go watch them.
Thanks. They're like 10 videos. You can watch them on TikTok as well. And there's like some on TikTok that aren't on YouTube. Because at one point I just like I was like, well, fuck it. No one's going to watch it on YouTube. Like my Iranian Revolution one is on TikTok, but not YouTube. But it's crazy because like I came up with the concept, or like I did one about Watergate, just like just randomly off the bat for TikTok. And I was like, oh, I should do this. And I came up with it like with this idea of like, yeah, it's like the perfect sort of format for YouTube and TikTok, you know, because I could, because it's like long enough. They're like around 10 minutes. And it was like the first sort of thing that I was going to be like, yeah, longer form for YouTube. And I film in 4K. So it's like horizontal on YouTube, blah, 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 whatever. And no one on YouTube fucking watches it. It's like crazy.
Dang. See, when did I find you on TikTok? I found you doing,
probably through GT.
No, actually. All right. And I stand 10 toes down on this. Okay.
Really?
I brought him to you. All right. I'm going to take credit for that because we were talking about creators that we like. And I was like, oh my God, there's this one. She does these fact checking videos. I absolutely love her. And she fact checked Aaron Parnas and it was so good. And then he was like, who is it? And I was like, oh, what's her name? It starts like a B. Is it Brenna or whatever? And somebody put it in the comments. He goes, let's go look. And then he was like, oh yeah, I love her. And then like, you know, I take credit for that 110%.
Thanks, Marissa.
But I've loved all your long form stuff. I love the way that you tell stories. There's something about listening to you talk. I just love it. See, Desi remembers. I'm not crazy.
Thank you. That's so cool. Thanks. Oh. We fact check here. Maybe a good abbreviation. Yeah, I could do that. Even if it's just like the podcast isn't fact checking, I'm just like talking about stuff more generally. The other idea was from like over a year ago that we came up with, because I was gonna do interviews. Was gonna be like the outer view, an off-topic podcast, and it was just gonna be like long rambling interviews, like getting dig with people, or like or digging in with people, getting deep with them and stuff. But
I love that too.
yeah.
Literally, that epidemiology podcast I listen to is just two girls, and they just take turns. Like, one talks about the pathology, and the other talks about like the history of the disease, and they just like go in depth on these insane diseases,
cool.
and it's great.
I love that.
I love stuff like that. I think that
Do
would
they
be really
like
cool.
prepare, or are they just like chatting? Is it like?
Well, I think there's some level of preparation, but they really just kind of like chit chat and like ask questions.
That's cool.
And like they have a digital site too when they upload the podcast where they put like all of their sources so that people can go read it and
Cool.
whatever.
That's good.
So
yeah,
that
I would
kind of
love.
stuff. I mean,
Yeah, I would. That's part of the thing. Also, with that's also kind of why I don't want to do like a we fact check here podcast for this, simply because I'm like, I want something where I don't have to compile all the sources and like show them on screen and stuff. Like I want to just sit and talk, because it just takes so long. It takes hours, and maybe one day, sure. I mean, maybe it could be like links, like you said, but. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I'm also, it's going to be weird not to include visuals, I guess, now that I think of it.
I think a lot of podcast creators now sort of like they record themselves like on camera doing the podcast, and the actual like these girls also post
But
videos
they don't put
too
like
of, like their podcast.
images on, like I know that you can like watch them on video, but do they like put stuff on screen so you can see what they're talking about, or is it like...
I haven't seen them do that, but
Okay.
I would love that, honestly.
Okay.
I do like that. Sometimes it's nice, like especially because in an age of like misinformation, right, where people are just saying things for clicks, if somebody immediately brings up like, hey, this is the source, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, a little bit faster to like absorb the information.
Yeah. I mean, that's why, yeah. I know.
Unless you're a chiropractor, then I don't really care.
Then your sources are bullshit.
All of them, and you should be banned.
You should be banned. I love that Canada is counting down to midterms. It was Illinois primary. Illinois primary. We were hoping for a progressive win in the 9th district. She came close, Kat Abu-Ghazaleh, but sadly, it looks like she's not going to win.
Canada is just as ready for the midterms as we are. I love that. I hate that, but I love that,
Yeah. It's a little sad. My head's starting to hurt. Okay. I'm gonna hop off. I'm gonna go let you see GT.
I gotta go to bed. I might say hi, but I gotta go to bed. Yeah. It's past my bedtime.
Aw. Wait, are you like on the West Coast?
I'm in Mountain Standard, the same time zone as Grandpa.
You call him a grandpa? You go to bed at 9:30?
This week I'm on the first shift. I'm on the morning shift, so
What time does that start?
I gotta be up at 5. It starts at 7.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Fine. He has that Colleen lady up. I really wanted to be let up to talk to her the other night, and he didn't bring me up.
Who's Colleen? Oh, is that
She's
the
the one
lady
with
that
the
we're trying to figure
boyfriend.
out what brand of cigarettes she... Oh, no.
She's the one with the... Oh, is she? Oh, maybe she is.
Is that the cigarettes lady?
She's... Brian.
Definitely Virginia Slims.
Oh, she is. Okay. I thought she was the one with the boyfriend that was MAGA. That's who I wanted to talk
Canadian. I want to talk to her too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm close to her age-ish, you know? Just want to be like, listen, babe. Listen.
Listen.
Never for a man.
Not worth it. Not worth it.
Exactly. That is the look she needs.
I wanted to talk about it more from the sense, because everyone kept being like, well, he's a bad person, and she was like, well, he's a good person, and I just wanted to be like, okay, like, let's set this aside, because you're never going to convince someone that someone's a bad person if they think they're a good person, because you can be like, look at all these bad things they did, and they'll be like, but look at all these good things they did. And the question has to be, I think, like, the discussion really needs to be more about, like, the things that they've done, right? Like, not is a person a good person or a bad person. It's like, do they do harm or not? And if they have done harm, like, what is that harm? Do they recognize that harm? What have they done about that harm? And then you can, like, hone in on it, where someone's going to be like, oh, except for all the bad things that this person did, they are a good person. That's true for everyone. That's true for fucking everyone. Satan, you know, except for all the bad things he or she does, pretty good guy or gal, you know? It's just, whatever. So,
I mean, you know, actually, Satan was the hero in the Bible. Just saying. Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, he was the good
guy. Was he? I don't even know. What was the story about Satan? Is Satan in the Bible?
No, but the idea of Satan in the Bible is like he was the hero. So.
Why? What do you mean he was a hero?
Because God is a genocidal maniac, and Satan was like, hey, don't like that, and then he kicked him out of heaven, and then Satan took a bunch of angels with him, and he was like, fine, you get to be banished to wherever hell is, and then Satan just, you know, has a good time with you. He's like, hey, you don't have to listen to any of that. You can just live. And also, here's science and medicine. So, what do you think of that?
I like that. I think I'm a Satanist. I mean, the Satanic Temple is pretty rad, so.
I am a card-holding member. I love the Satanic Temple.
You're a card-holding member?
Yeah, girl. I lived in Texas after Roe was overturned. Of course, I'm a Satanic Temple card holder.
I love that. I do love them. I've talked about them. I think I made a video about them once upon a time. Gotta revive that. I love it.
They're great,
They're
man.
So good, yeah. They're so good. Satanic Temple is great, yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right.
They don't even believe in Satan.
I know. Well, they say, like, you can believe in anything, right? Technically.
Yeah, they just call it the Satanic Temple because it makes the Christians mad.
Yeah. And they're like, believe whatever you want. Don't be a dick.
Mm-hmm. And when the Christians are like, put the Bible in school, they're like, woo, Satan. And then they're like, oh, never mind.
Yeah. They're such good trolls. I love it. I should do a documentary about them.
You should. God, I'd watch the shit out of that.
The problem is that you would really have to film them in the midst of a bunch of hijinks. But their hijinks are like slow. They're slow moving, right? Like, so you'd have to film for like several years to really get different things.
Honestly, you can find great content on them. After Roe v. Wade was overturned, they opened that abortion clinic in Texas, that Samuel Alito's mom's abortion clinic. They have a couple of them opening that are like trolling names of politicians. It's great.
That's so good. You still have Pastafarianism? I have the thing here, the Bible.
Have you ever felt so sluggish that it was
I think it's back over there. But yeah, I have the Pastafarian. Do you know the Pastafarianism?
I don't.
It's like the original. It's the religion that's based on. There's a giant thing of pasta floating in the sky.
Oh, like the spaghetti man thing?
Yeah, a giant spaghetti monster. That's what it is.
Oh, okay.
And
okay, I've heard of it. I didn't know it was like a legit religion now.
Well, I mean...
Is it like a trolling religion?
It's like a trolling religion, yeah. It's a guy... The guy invented it to kind of make a point. He wrote like a book. This flying spaghetti monster, thank you, yeah. And the book is cool because it's like the Bible but it shows the sort of like logical fallacies of a lot of stuff where it's like, look, the number of pirates, look at like on this thing, this line or whatever graph, like the number of pirates in the world compared to global warming or whatever. And they're like, they have a exactly inverse relationship. And they're like, therefore, the number of like pirates or lack of pirates is what's causing global warming.
Oh, that's hilarious.
yeah, it's silly. So it's like, it's showing these like, basically it's like demonstrating how religions will like convince you of something, will pretend to have like science backing them or being like, whatever. It's funny.
I'll have to read that. Almost like our Sarah the Unicorn Bible.
That's exactly, yeah, the sort of thing. Does that have like a book to it?
Somebody wrote, I think April put it up in the Discord. There's a little thing. I haven't read the whole thing, but there is a Sarah Bible.
Sarah the Unicorn.
So like when GT's up on his live talking about like from the Bible, the Sarah Bible, and he's like quoting from it, like somebody actually sat down and like wrote stuff. But it's in the Discord. I don't think it's fully on the internet.
Oh, okay. So it's like,
yeah.
As a result of that, yeah, it's like this is the Pastafarianism. This is like years old. This is like the original sort of fake religion done to make a point, sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a friend on here.
Pastafarianism was created to oppose an intelligent design prop proposed by the Kansas School Board. There you go.
Oh, interesting. I have a friend on here who does atheist debates, and he has his own religion, basically, that he made, and it's a rock Doug. And they have like a whole thing, and he was a seminary, and so he knows like every page of the Bible and will insert this rock into all of it's great. It's honestly fantastic.
That's crazy. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Founded in 2005, to protest the teaching of intelligent design in schools. Adherents, known as the Pastafarians, worship a creator made of spaghetti and meatballs, advocate for science, and often wear colanders on their heads as religious headgear.
Honestly, that sounds kind of cool.
Yeah,
I might be into that.
Pirates.
Now, the question is, are they like the Satanic Temple, and do they give you the rights to your body?
I think so. Yeah. Let's see. They do. Let's see. They believe pirates are divine beings, and the original Pastafarians, considering them misrepresented as thieves by medieval theologians. Rules and principles. I'd rather you didn't. Instead of strict commandments,
I love that.
The church operates under 8. I'd rather you didn't.
I love that. Oh my God.
Which advise against hypocrisy, misogyny, and spending money on temples rather than charity.
Okay.
Open-mindedness. Religion emphasizes being good, loving, and tolerant. They celebrate Ramadan by eating 2-minute noodles and celebrate Christmas or holiday. Pastafarian prayers often end with ramen.
I might be willing to become Pastafarian now.
Pastafarian.
That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, it's fun. You should look it up. It's just very
I'd rather
silly.
you didn't.
Yeah.
Sold. Sold. I love that.
Yeah. It's silly. God, my head is starting to hurt more and more. I gotta take my migraine meds before it's too late.
Yeah.
Okay. Love you, Boo. Thanks for coming up and hanging out with me.
Yeah. That was fun. I haven't done that up here before.
You haven't? You've been up here.
The only live I've ever been in is GT's live.
Wow, you cheated on GT.
Yeah.
I'm gonna brag.
Honestly, worth it.
That's right. Here, you're the star, and we get to talk about how the U.S. sucks as an ally. Jesus Christ.
This was I very much enjoyed this live. This was a great topic.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Learned a lot of new stuff.
Good. That's what we strive to do here. Okay.
Okay.
I love y'all.
Love you. Love you. Bye. I'm gonna leave. Goodbye.
Bye. I'm gonna stop.
Oh God, I can't leave. Oh God.
So I'm gonna drop you.
Okay.
Whoop. Okay. I was gonna stop by GT. Let's see. I should have kept her up. To invite co-host or whatever. See if he would accept from us. Where is this? Oh, here. Oh no. Damn, so many of my friends are live right now. That's cool. God, my head hurts. Okay. No, I was going to see if he would take us, if he would co-host. We could be on there. Because now apparently sometimes you can multi-guest and co-host. I was going to surprise him and show him that you're cheating on him with me. I'm going to hop off. Okay. Do they throw Parmesan at weddings? We should start that if they don't. Okay. Good night, guys. Bye. I might see you there.